Testing 1, 2, 3, guys. All right, so tensions are really high today. So it was a very disappointing day for a lot of us, even including myself. Don't get me wrong. Even though I stayed positive during the stream, I am disappointed. So don't get me wrong on that. And you have every right to be disappointed too. And now that we've all had time to talk about it, let's go ahead and open that discussion up today. And if you would like to, you could come on the show and vent if you like. So no one should be silenced for being upset or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and get the show started. And if you want to vent, please do come on. And we'll see where this goes, shall we?
We shall, Cobra. We shall.
So this is exciting.
It's a good thing this is a simulation.
Expect from the game's arrival on Xbox One.
Praise the new AI. I don't need no. I don't got enough food for everybody. No yet tonight. All right, so we got a bunch of people waiting in the Atlas room. Adam, what's going on, buddy?
Not much, man. Just got back from eating pizza. I'm hyped as always. Nothing unhypes me, apparently. And
nothing unhypes you.
Chilling, man.
Yeah, I'm still hyped too. I mean, definitely not.
But I mean, yeah, this is coming from the guy who probably is not going to watch the trailer, even if it was released today, because I want to be surprised. I'm that kind of person. I don't like spoilers. I avoid movie trailers, teaser trailers. I just jump into a movie not knowing anything about it, and I just like that. So I don't know. I mean, I might watch it, maybe, if they do release a trailer, but at the same time, it takes a lot to get me, unhyped. As you could tell, if you know anything about me, you know that I'm pretty excitable. So yeah.
So you're saying that even if there was a trailer, you're saying that you might not watch it.
Yeah, I mean, if it was during the stream, I probably would have, just because people are going to be talking about it. But if it's like just I'm on my own, lunch break, a trailer pops out, I would probably sit there for 20 minutes just deciding, should I watch it? Should I not? I'd just be like torn between, the two things. I'm like, I want to be surprised, but I want to see what's going on. Maybe I'll just watch like 5 seconds. Right. And I'll probably just 5 seconds at a time until it actually drops.
So guys, if you want to come on and vent, please do. Don't be afraid. I won't let anybody battle you on being upset. So, I mean, you have every right to voice your own opinion here. And speaking of that, we have a special guest. Guys, the back door is open for Patreon supporters, so if you're a Patreon supporter, come right on in. Just don't take that the wrong way.
Hello.
Hello. What's up, guys? How you doing? Let's see. Somebody's got a train whistle.
Heck yeah, man! All aboard! Here we go.
All right, so I see a guest. We got a special guest sitting in the Atlas 102.5 room, and we're gonna go ahead and rapture him for the very first time. Bicycle Walrus. Let's get him on the show. Bicycle Walrus, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, not bad. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Doing a little bit better than earlier, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what's going on? I was actually having a fantastic conversation with Simtex, and then who, by the way, is a fantastic server mod for you. I love his content as well. Good to meet him and talk to him a little bit. But what's going on? Why are you feeling better or worse?
I feel a little bit better. Come on, man. If we could all be honest, and I was honest earlier, a little disappointed.
Okay. So okay. All right. Okay. Well, I was kind of hoping that we might get a bit more details on multiplayer.
And so was I.
And really, that's kind of what I wanted going into. I don't know if you saw the video I posted the night before, but basically I said, look, I just want 3 things.
Great video.
I just want to know.
That was a great video.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Thank you. But the 3 things I was looking for, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you. But the 3 things I was looking for was mainly, hey, let the Xbox players know if they're going to need gold or not. And PS Plus is still something I think a lot of PlayStation people are interested in, because this is a new version of multiplayer. It's far more integrated. The server's going to be dedicated. How is this whole thing going to work? And maybe just a nice little nugget on top. Just drop a new feature bomb. You don't even have to show it. Just say, oh, and by the way, this is coming. and that would get everybody excited, and it would give a reason for the community to sort of unite, come together, and we'd be talking about this amazing thing, as opposed to, oh, okay, it was just a recap. And I heard the opinion that, hey, the recap was super important for
Xbox
players because they don't know they might have heard about the poor release. I don't want to talk forever, but the thing is that I have a background interfacing with Microsoft people over the last year and a couple of months. I used to be a PlayStation diehard guy. Never touched an Xbox in my life until I got one for free. When things got difficult with YouTube because the adpocalypse and things like that, we made some changes, and that included going to Mixer, which ended up having a partnership with Microsoft. It's not Microsoft owned; it's a Microsoft partnership with Mixer. James and Matt, the founders of Mixer, are still there. They're still in charge. It's a very nice organization. When I got over there, I started learning more about Xbox communities, about Xbox gamers, and really what's important to them. And if I could nutshell it, there's 3 things that are important to them. Digital downloads. They hate going to retail stores. Cheap price of entry. And multiplayer. And if you're going to sell a game to Xbox players, going over old history or what the game was a year ago, and it's true, it was a year ago.
Right.
That's not going to attract them. It's not going to pique their interest. It's not going to get them excited. If you wanted to make them excited, you should have showed off a little bit of multiplayer. Exactly what I think everybody was kind of looking forward to. And I thought the coolest thing they could have done was show us the video to the Element 4 audio.
Oh yeah.
And that would be all they would have had to have done. It wouldn't have really spoiled much anything. It would have showed us how multiplayer would have worked. That would have gotten all the critics who are like, oh yeah, sure, it's going to be multiplayer again, to kind of shut up and go, oh shoot, it's going to be multiplayer, like it's in. And I think that would have been a fantastic show for them.
Yeah, and they should have. I like the fact that they actually tried to give something to their community. And I don't know, okay, so you say you've worked with a lot of people in Microsoft before, and are they potentially facing like an NDA?
Oh no.
No.
Absolutely not. In fact, I don't know if you guys noticed this. At first, when it started up, there was like some movement and animation of what looked to be like an avatar, and it looked like actual in-game rendered animation.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that is an asset that was probably put together by Microsoft or 505, just to sort of get people a little hyped and excited and make it look nice and pretty, because it seemed that, to me, Hello Games didn't provide any additional video. And, and we can have a long conversation about it. I'm not going to point any fingers. I don't know what happened. I don't know the context. I just know that what we thought initially, when I first saw it, I was like, yo, this is like, that's wild, No, that was just the 2D box art being animated.
Yeah, it's just pieces put together to make them animated and made them move and stuff like that. No,
exactly.
I missed that completely, because probably my mind just kind of blocked it out. But when someone was like, Cobra, you missed the avatar, and I went back and looked at it, and I'm like, no, that's something you can do on your own.
That was an asset put out by Microsoft. So maybe if you don't mind, I could provide some background as to my experience at Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've been a Mixer partner, which includes a Microsoft partnership since May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, of 2017. And so now it's been a year and a couple months, a year or 2 months since I have actually been involved in that partnership. And since then, I have done paid work for Microsoft, including shoutcasting for the Microsoft Store. For PUBG games, we did a Cuphead game. We did a couple other things. I've done a couple of like Game Pass shows where we'd show off what's new to Game Pass and things like that. In a professional studio, it's a beautiful space. I've also done some work for independent companies who publish games through ID at Xbox, and that includes Scavenger Studios with Darwin Project as an example, which just went free to play on, I think, last weekend. And actually went free to play on July 4th. That was and I've had a lot of time talking to people like Aaron Greenberg, the marketing director. I've met Phil Spencer, who's the head of Xbox. I was invited to a VIP party for the Xbox One X launch. Got to hang out with the cast of SNL during that, which was a very fun story. Yeah. So and my time at Mixer has given me a lot of really neat opportunities to really engage and work with Microsoft people and Xbox gamers. And so I spend a lot of time talking with Xbox people. I'm really glued into that community. And when I play No Man's Sky, it's like nothing else. It's unbelievable how many people come in. They have no idea what the game even is. They have never heard about any of the controversy. They just see me playing this game. And they're like, yo, what is this game? I'm like, this is No Man's Sky. And they're like, oh, tell me about it. What do you do? What's the point? Like, where do you go? And is it multiplayer? And I start answering these questions and they get excited and they're like, well, how big is it? It can't be bigger than Elite Dangerous. And I'm like, oh, you don't know. Well, and I take them to the galaxy map and I show them the whole thing, and it's that moment that you could just hear the jaws dropping and like they're sold. They want in now with what they have already seen just from my stream. They just want to play the game that I'm playing. And so I'm not sure how helpful the retread was for the Xbox gamer. I don't think it was too helpful at all. And that's just my opinion based on that feedback. Now, there were a few people that were like, hey, it's nice to know that these features were there. But you're telling me that next is a massive update. I'm like, yeah, it's literally on the box. It says massive.
Right.
So what's No Man's Sky going to be after next? And like, to be honest, I have no idea.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's why I'm not upset. I am upset, but I can understand why everyone else in the community is really pissed off, because I am as well. I just don't feel like I should lose my cool on air.
It was difficult for me too. I think I stayed fairly good. And I'm supposed to be the wild one, but no, I at least that's how I'm perceived. So the thing is we had a great conversation. Elka stopped by our stream later on, along with Simtex. Legacy Zero stopped by, and we were just kind of all talking. And the really cool thing is that we all just got to talking, and we all kind of agreed. Except Simtex is 100% on board. He was like, "No, this was great." And more power to him. Just because I disagree with him doesn't mean we have to argue or anything. And I'm sure that for some people it was helpful. But the thing is that we ended up just talking and just like our concern isn't because we're upset at No Man's Sky or Hello Games. We're not upset at Sean Murray. It's not like I'm angry at him for not showing me a trailer. It's that I'm just genuinely concerned for the health of No Man's Sky and Hello Games.
Exactly. And I think that's one, I think Say Hello had some bad connotations, but I think at the bottom of it, when I released my video, I think I made it clear that I think the communication is what I meant for them to say hello. I think it was important that something that they needed to do as a company to be more respected within the games industry. And because when people look back, they're going to remember two things about Hello Games. They're going to remember the bad launch, because you're never going to forget that, and they're going to remember the communication they had with their fan base. And this right here today is going to even further drive that stake in a little bit.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. It's time to move beyond the launch. The fact that still comes up in our daily conversations as fans of the game 2 years later, to me, is troubling.
Oh yeah.
I think we just need to move beyond that, and I think Hello Games needs to move beyond that. I think at the end of the day, Hello Games is a very, very passionate games company, and they believe very strongly in the product they produced, and they should. You know, I've long said, even in my most scathing of videos, and you guys know I had a pretty darn damning one, but even in my most scathing of videos, I said that Sean Murray is a gift to the industry and a true talent, and gaming will be better because of him.
Yeah.
And I still believe that today. And the big thing to me is that No Man's Sky, Hello Games, they should be confident as they are today. On Steam, they have mostly positive reviews, okay? The people who are playing that game, you know, it got very well reviewed out of Atlas Rise. To me, I feel like that was the perfect time to drop launch and say, now we're going on to bigger and better things, the game we really wanted to give you. And here it is, next, July 24th. Get ready. This is what's in it.
Right.
And not even talk about launch or the history. Why are we looking back? Why is Hello Games looking back? We should be looking forward. And I think that when you look forward, you put on sort of the face of confidence and you say, look, I don't give a darn what you said about my past. This is what the game is today. Tell me you don't like it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I do want to get some callers on here so they can kind of. I want to get people's opinions because I see a lot of mixed responses in the comments section. I even see Xbox gamers saying, "Oh, I wasn't going to get it until I seen what was there today."
Oh, and yeah, for sure. I mean, like my audience, as far as Xbox is concerned, is certainly not the entire audience. And by all means, if you took something out of that, perfect. I'm glad it worked for you. I'm glad that was great. For you, there are a lot of Xbox players who wanted to play No Man's Sky since day one, but they can't afford a second console. They already got an Xbox One, or there are other factors. It's just to buy a console for one game. And, you know, those folks, now they want to be included, but they don't know enough about Waken Titan ARG, and so they're not going to follow it. And they just want information about the game that they've been wanting to buy. And I hear from them, a lot of them saying, like, it doesn't seem like Hello Games is confident in their product. Should I buy it? And you know, obviously, there's going to be some people who really look forward to what happened today. Good for them. I think that's great. I think that there could have been other ways they could have done it. The last Inside Xbox, they talked about what they added to the game. So the message has already been out there. I think Cobra TV, Just Jared, L Plays, Legacy Zero, more so than myself. I haven't come out with a video with here's what they've added, you know, up till now. I haven't done that, but a lot of other people have. The resources were certainly out there. Mm-hmm. And I think that, you know, the knowledge is certainly there. Personally, I think the video should have been shared as a tweet from Hello Games and from 505 Games, which would have gotten a lot of us sharing it. It would have gotten out there. Typically, anytime Hello Games shares a video, it does get up into the tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of views. So, you know, the information would have certainly gotten out there. And we, you know, especially me, trying to cater more to the Xbox audience, you know, would have shared it and done as much as I could to share it with my Xbox contacts to make sure people saw it. And, you know, use the 10 minutes of, I don't know, 7,000 concurrent viewers to really impress us, impress them, and set the tone going forward.
Yeah, I do agree. I'm curious to get into one of my amazing subscribers on here. His name's Ghul, and I would like to have him on at the same time as you, because when I first met Ghul, I thought it was you.
Oh,
yes. So I would like to get Ghul. His name is Curtis. Curtis, you're on the subcast. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, hey, what's up, Cobra?
Not too much. We got Bicycle Walrus on the show as well.
I know. This confirms. I'm telling you, this confirms I am not him.
That's true.
I'm just saying, I'm not him.
We sound nothing alike.
Nothing.
No, you do. Is it in my head only? I mean, don't these guys sound the same? Why, I am happy to know that it is not some weird conspiracy and that it is true that they are two different people.
Yeah. He's my twin.
I highly doubt that. How are you doing, Ghul?
I'm doing good, Bicycle. How are you, man?
I'm doing fantastic.
So you were saying in the subcast, I didn't get a chance to finish talking to you. Kind of got carried away, but so you don't think that that No Man's Sky is going to be a digital download on Xbox?
I don't think we're going to get digital pre-order. I think at this point, if we didn't get a digital pre-order announcement today, it's not going to happen. You're going to be able to probably buy the game digitally at midnight. But at the same time, we don't know exactly when No Man's Sky is going to actually launch. No Man's Sky Next is going to launch. So it might not even be a midnight launch. I don't think we've had any confirmation as to the timing of the launch. So it might not even be available digitally at midnight. It might become available at noon on the 24th. And so that would give people time to go to the retail stores, pick up their games and put their codes, download the day one patch, and wait for the server to come up, or just start playing single player as soon as they get their disc.
Right. Oh, that makes sense, man. Yeah, absolutely. I get it.
Yeah. So, I think the big reason why digital pre-order is so important, and Ghul, are you an Xbox player?
I used to be. I'm a PlayStation player now.
Okay. So, for the Xbox guys, we come from a culture of Game Pass, where we can get AAA, exclusive to Xbox, first-party titles, practically for free with a Game Pass subscription, which gives us access to hundreds of other games. It's silly.
Right, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, they keep expanding that library, and the program just keeps getting better and better and better. The $10 a month you spend for that subscription, which is pretty similar to what you spend for like Netflix, now you're just getting more and more games. And so the digital culture on Xbox is extremely strong. Like, retail culture is dying. A lot of retail outlets and brick and mortar stores are even saying we can't even sell Xbox copies. Now, that's not true everywhere, but that certainly is something that is being reported here or there, that people we can't move Xbox titles. Now that Game Pass is out, people are just downloading everything. And the download to retail ratio is higher on the digital side for Xbox than it is for PlayStation. So that it's just sort of the Microsoft Xbox culture to download your games as opposed to buying them, which is why I kind of feel like it's a misstep not to have the digital pre-order. But at the same time, I'm conflicted because I love 505 Games. I'm a 505 Games partner, and I'm happy to see them on board with No Man's Sky. And, I want to promote their retail version of the game. So, whenever my partners work together or people that I'm interested in work together, I swear they always do it wrong. But, I'm glad to have 505 on board, and I think that's a very good step for them to go that direction. They're going to have I'm feeling a touch. I will admit I am feeling a touch of frustration because I reached out to my 505 Games contact, who normally would tell me anything I want to know about any game they're publishing. And, I got an NDA with them, so I can't share it. Even if they were to answer my questions, we're partners. I asked him a simple question, and that question was, hey, do you know if No Man's Sky will require Xbox Live Gold? Which I think is, it's an infrastructure logistics question. It's not something about what's in the game. Right. It was just a simple, will it require gold for multiplayer or online play? And his response was, that's a good question. I don't know. I would imagine yes, but I don't know. And it was like, oh, well, shoot. Like no one knows anything about this game. And, Hello Games is holding all the strings. And so I always kind of feel bad when people kind of come down on 505. Why aren't you showing this? And why aren't you showing us that? And that certainly has happened. Like 505 has not, like if they could share it, they would share.
So I love the whole Game Pass, and I wish PlayStation would go that route. And I've heard that there's speculation that they might be doing that, but we haven't seen anything yet. The closest thing we have to that is PlayStation Now, which isn't very great because the lag that you get when you're streaming those games. I don't know if it has anything to do with their servers or whatnot. It's just not very good. But the only thing I would see as a downfall to Game Pass would be that you don't have a hard copy. And if we lose internet or something happens to the network or you can't play those games, as to where if you have a hard copy, you can play it whenever you want.
So that's not actually entirely true. So when you have Game Pass, you actually download the game directly to your hard drive.
Oh, it's not streamed.
No, it's not streamed.
Okay.
So say for example, I'm playing State of Decay 2. I have Game Pass. You know, my console is aware when my membership is supposed to expire. If I'm offline, I can still play State of Decay 2.
Does it expire
then,
after a certain time period? Like if they take a game off of Game Pass, does it expire somehow off of your hard drive?
They don't usually take games off of Game Pass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like sometimes it'll be like, for the most part, if it's on Game Pass, it's on Game Pass. Like the Division's on Game Pass right now. I think they just put on Elder Scrolls 4 on there. They announced Rocket League today. Those games will forever be on Game Pass. So you can download them, you can play them. You know, I have the Fire and the Flame, which is a great indie game. I don't know if you ever played it. I downloaded that like a year ago in Game Pass, and I still have it. I can turn it on and play it today.
So it's not like the Netflix model of certain movies go on there and then a month later they take some off, they add new ones. Like if the game's on there, it's going to stay that way.
Very rarely.
Unless developers are like, no, we want to pull it off.
Like say, for example, Sea of Thieves will never come off. Crackdown 3, the day Crackdown 3 is released, it will be up on Game Pass. It'll never come off. Forza Horizon 4, you know, those of you guys who like racing games, I'm probably talking to the wrong crowd, but hey, that once the day it's released, you could play it with Game Pass, and it will never come off of Game Pass ever. And these are AAA exclusive titles to Xbox. It's a great deal, and I don't mean to sound like a salesman, but it's freaking amazing. So I mean, like, what else can I say?
That's a heck of a lot better than PlayStation Plus. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Well, remember, Plus is its own subscription. Xbox Live Gold is the equivalent to Plus. Game Pass is totally different. However, there have been talks that Game Pass and Gold could be merging.
I see.
Oh, very nice.
Yes. So that way you don't have to have 2 Xbox subscriptions.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to get some more opinions on here about how they feel. Oh my God, we got Peaceful Gamer in the Atlas room. Peaceful Gamer, you there, buddy? You got your mic on?
I've been raptured.
You've been raptured, buddy.
Rapture.
And what better person to ask than the person who calls himself the Peaceful Gamer? Peaceful Gamer.
What? What's going on? What are we talking about?
What happened
today, guys? What are we talking about?
Cobra, you need that like sound clip from the Matrix where it's like, you're in the real world now, Neo. Whenever someone gets raptured, it's like, you're in the real world. Welcome to the real world.
How do you feel about today's events?
I mean, I was kind of bummed out at first. Yesterday I was a little bit, trying to be realistic. I really wasn't expecting to see anything next specific. Like, I really wasn't expecting anything at all. No trailer, no screenshots, nothing. Then today I was kind of like, okay, maybe something will happen. Not gonna lie. BW got me a little bit hyped with his video.
I'm sorry.
Like, no, it's okay. But I was like, I'm like, wait, maybe I am missing something here, and all valid points were made. And then when today kind of rolled around, I kind of started thinking about it a little bit more. And when I kind of saw the video start to play, I was like, oh, okay, this is just old stuff. I was like,
the crazy thing is, during 10 Cent Wii Game, I was watching that. It was the same video.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. I didn't realize it.
So that joke that I made in our super secret chat where I said, LOL, LOL, it would be so lame if they just showed the same trailer. Yeah. So they actually showed the same footage.
You said it would be so lame. No, Peaceful Gamer, I had faith in you.
I want to thank
I was making a joke.
I want to thank Ads for donating to the super chat. It says Snow would like to enter the room. I didn't see Snow in there in the Atlas room when I looked. Yeah, he's not there now, so I don't know where Snow is. But I don't want the community to get me wrong. Earlier, I did keep my cool. I am upset, guys. Don't get me wrong. I am upset.
Well, here, let me just finish with this. Hold on.
An angry feeling, or more of like you're disappointed? Like you're not like I'm upset. I hate Hello Games. It's more like I'm kind of disappointed, right?
They're shooting themselves in the foot.
But that's,
can
I mean,
make one point?
it's for me, it feels like Hello Games plays like a whole different set of rules than every other developer out there. It's like everybody else is doing this thing. This is the way you should do it, play by play, painting numbers. But Hello Games is like, no, we're going to do it our way. Even if it doesn't make sense to anybody, it's just that they're set in their ways and that's how they do it. And I think that's kind of the charm of Hello Games. But at the same time, it would be nice if they were a little bit more vocal. And Sean Murray has started tweeting more, and he went on Inside Xbox last time, and we did see this video. So it's definitely a step in the right direction. And I hope we see more of that when Next comes out, because if you have this, multiplayer, all these elements, you're going to need someone to kind of steer the ship in the right direction, because that can go up in flames really quickly if it's glitchy when it first comes out, and you need communication. You know what I mean? So hopefully we'll see more communication from them. But yeah, they've always played by their own set of rules. That's just my opinion, though.
The thing is that's very true. Hello Games have always gone sort of against the grain of what is typically done in game development. That's true. But one thing that people need to remember is Waken Titan is going on right now. Waken Titan is currently doing all the marketing for Next. They've told us this. This is their way of communicating with us currently with Waken Titan. While that's going on, this was my reasoning yesterday, was they're not going to show us anything Next related because Waken Titan is carrying that torch at the moment.
So I said the same thing 4 months ago, or maybe even longer than that. When Next was first launched, I said, okay, Waken Titan's fun, but it's got to go because you can't have both at the same time.
Well, if I may, where have we gotten most of our Next information?
From Waken Titan.
Waken Titan.
I disagree.
We got
the release. We got the release date. We got the name actually from Waken Titan, which was great. But we got and it was sort of an outside Waken Titan thing. But we got the release date. We got the multiplayer drop. We got the only video we have of Next from inside Xbox. And so because of that, it seemed to stand to reason that since the biggest announcements about the game did come out on Inside Xbox, it was an appropriate assumption to think that, hey, maybe we might get a little something because, after all, they do need to market it to sell the game on Xbox.
We did get more info through it, but I think we got more content through Waken Titan because we got the audio trailer, the player models, the ships.
Didn't Sean Murray tweet before it came to Inside Xbox? Didn't he tweet saying, "Hey"?
But that was
through you guys to know.
That was all through Waken Titan as well. I mean, that we had to do the whole puzzles, and it came to the Morpheus, and then we had to text it or send and then Sean Murray checked it on his phone. Which him saying it was about to leak, I don't believe that at all.
No. I think that's misunderstood. The leak. I think what was meant by that was, obviously you saw the following day a lot of media outlets were picking up the fact that Next was announced. I think everything was happening according to plan. We were supposed to get some kind of communication from him, in and around the time when he made that announcement. He jumped the gun a little early because apparently I think somebody was just going to beat us. But I think it was no more a leak than by 20 minutes. I don't think it was anything that they weren't prepared to make an announcement about. Yeah. I don't think that little teaser clip was something that was just thrown together in the spur of the moment because of some major leak. No major leak ended up happening other than the announcement.
Right,
so
exactly.
I think that whole, I'm getting ahead of a leak is a thing of I don't want some media outlet to spoil the fact that we're about to announce Next, kind of a thing,
right.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I wanted to hear something. I really did from the Inside Xbox today. But with that being said, there are people out there that are Xbox exclusive players only. They don't even play on PC. And I think this was intended for those people,
Absolutely.
To introduce the game to them and to say, hey, look, this is going to launch on, blah, blah, blah date. This is what the game looks like. without showing next, because nobody at this point really knows what's in next, not really. And that content was intended for them, since there's probably people out there that don't know anything about No Man's Sky that are Xbox players. Now, with that being said, I totally agree with Bicycle Walrus in the video that he released when he said that we're going to get Element 6 unlocked, and then we're going to end up pulling those dreamers out of doing a live Twitch stream or something. It'll be a major event, and then we'll get a trailer, and then that'll be it.
See, I agree with you. But here we've got a game, and I love the fact that they did tailor to the Xbox audience. But here's the thing about that: they're asking for pre-orders for a game, and don't think about it as an update. Okay, it's being launched on Xbox, so therefore it's being launched as a game on Xbox, a game that they can see what it's like now, but it's being launched as next. And they're asking to pre-order. They're asking for people to pre-order a game that nobody knows anything about.
And thank you for echoing my sentiments there, Cobra. And that's something we definitely agree on. I have a community member who's an Xbox gamer. He's going to be playing No Man's Sky with me on Xbox. His name is Over to Take, and he replied to the Inside Xbox tweet. And what he said was, and this is his quote: "Hello Games showed Xbox players a game they are not getting. They are getting a game with next. Show us next." And I think that really summed up, sort of like even Xbox players who kind of know what No Man's Sky is and kind of know the history, like it's now finally coming to their console of choice. And it's true. There's a number of reasons why they only have an Xbox, and we can go into what they are. But the truth is, at the end of the day, they're Xbox players, and that's who they are. And Xbox players are multiplayer focused. They're digital focused. They like their cheaper games. That's what they're about, and that's a really, really big deal for that culture. So, I think Over to Take just hit the nail on the head. It's like, look, don't treat us with kid gloves, all right? We get that you might have had a troubled and storied past, but that doesn't matter, because we're not getting what came out 2 years ago. We're getting what comes out on July 24th. What the heck is that when I buy the game? What am I buying?
Right.
And that's the frustration that I hear all the time.
So then
can I just one quickly on that? Is I would say that would be a valid point to make. However, I don't know if it really holds as much water when what the Xbox community is going to get is going to be better than what they're currently seeing. And what they're going to get is No Man's Sky with the next update. It's not like, Cobra, you said, think about it as a game, not just an update. I want to maybe turn that around and caution people. This is No Man's Sky, and next is going to be an update for it. So it's not completely, out of the realm of understanding to put together this 11 Things trailer to sell what the game, what No Man's Sky is.
The 11 Things trailer is great. Like, no one's arguing against 11 Things trailer. I want to make it clear. Right. What we're talking about is that using the 11 Things trailer for a 10-minute spot in front of 7,000 concurrent people who are desperately looking forward to knowing what they're going to buy. The 11 Things trailer is really good supplementary data. It could have been shared on Twitter. It could have been shared on the No Man's Sky, our Hello Games' YouTube page. That trailer needed to get out. And the funny thing is it already did get out. Tension. Granted, not tension, but in audio. Okay, exactly. So I mean, and look, there's nothing wrong with that trailer. It was a perfectly good trailer. What was wrong was the method of which it was released and the lack of communication that the Xbox players are getting. And and a lot of people look. I loved Waken Titan Season 1. I don't know how many of you guys realized how much I actually really loved.
You were quite involved.
Titan. Yes, I was at the drop, and I got to meet Sabadio and Axel. And when I think of No Man's Sky players, and when I think of who is the general No Man's Sky audience, it's Sabadio and Axel. And so, and I take a look at them, father and son, spending time solving riddles and puzzles together, playing No Man's Sky and dreaming what the universe in No Man's Sky could be. How much of a No Man's Sky fan can you be? How can you be a bigger No Man's Sky fan than those two? I mean, honestly.
So, Cobra, I just want to say something quick. Number one, do you feel that maybe No Man's Sky was, this is kind of crude to say, misrepresented at the Inside Xbox?
No, I don't think it's misrepresented. No, I just...
Okay. And the reason why I asked that is because he said this is No Man's Sky, and then he showed everything from Foundation to Atlas Rises, and he took the top 11 big major content parts of the game. If people buy that, that's what they think they're going to get. But when he said when Next comes out, it's going to be a huge change for what No Man's Sky is. So my question would be, how much is the game really going to change? Because if it's going to change so much that it doesn't look like any of the updates to current date, then we're really not getting that content.
Well, they'll just run right back into a false advertisement.
Yep.
And that's my that's my take is because they're showing what No Man's Sky currently is right now, but if Next is a major overhaul graphically, sound quality, gameplay, content, then it's really not the same game.
If somebody's pissed off that No Man's Sky looks better,
actually,
I can't even go down this road. I can't even have that conversation.
Comment of the night goes to Peaceful Gamer.
But this is what we're really talking about here. Is we're talking about a new community being shown something that is what it currently is, but it can't be shown it in total or completely because of this ARG that's currently running.
Exactly. That's the problem. That's the problem.
That is carrying it. And I understand the frustration because there are days when I'm up late at night and I'm getting eye rolls from the wife because I'm tweeting about Waken Titan shit.
I'm sure you're sick and tired of it too, Peaceful Gamer.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I get Waken Titan fatigue is real, guys.
I mean,
okay? It happened last year and it's happening again, and we're all very, worked up and we just want to get our hands on the thing.
Yeah.
And I understand that people want to know more, and unfortunately, we actually can't because of this Waken Titan thing that is delivering that for us. I do wish that Hello Games reached out more directly through Waken Titan to the Xbox community. They could have shown a little clip during the E3 conference, maybe, that was 2 seconds long, some hex code, figure it out.
No.
Right? It would have looped people in a little bit, maybe. It would have gotten them to reach out. It would have gotten us hyped and reaching out.
Sure.
And maybe trying to pull some people into it. I don't know how many, but...
As much as you guys, and I hear what you guys are saying, I really do. I've been listening to you for a while. But we have to remember that even a couple of months ago, when we went through the whole say hello, when we were really, really wanting these guys to speak out and say something, we have to remember that we're talking about a guy who locked himself in a room for over a year against his own team. Yeah. The guy and the company is very, very secretive, and that is their game.
That's true. Him and two others did keep this game a secret from their own team.
Right.
Yes.
And look,
as much as we want them to be a different company, and as much as we want them to say something or leak something or give us a trailer, as much as we want them to, that's not them. That's not their character, and that's not who they're going to be.
And you guys are all raising some fantastic points, and I make rare appearances here. I should stop by more often, Cobra. Thank you for having me on.
Be nice.
Dick Bublitz is actually a regular on... It's his name, okay? He's known as Batman on my channel, but I recognize the avatar. He's a regular on my channel. And he says, look, I just want to know what I'm buying when I'm buying the product.
Yeah,
and I totally get Black Note. You're not wrong. This is Hello Games, and I, like I said, I actually sympathize with them
Right.
I sympathize with them. I really do, because they went through internet hell in a way that I have never seen before.
Yeah.
All right. They even caught a little bit from me, but I tried to be constructive in that video, and I tried to say, here's how they can fix it. And I tried to say, it's doable. We can get a No Man's Sky that we all want. And, even in my video where I got extremely critical, I still was trying to be constructive. And the thing is that it's not that Cobra and I aren't sitting here a little disappointed because, man, we really wanted a trailer today. That's not what it's about. It's about the fact that we want Hello Games to succeed.
Yep.
We want No Man's Sky to get to the place that we know it deserves to be. It is a revolutionary game. It is a true innovation in an industry that hasn't seen innovation in about 5 to 10 years. God of War was the closest thing I've seen to an innovative title in forever. And I'll be honest, it was only mediocrely innovative, but it's my favorite game of all time. I just think it was a polished game. It was really well done. But that doesn't change the fact that what Hello Games has given us is the biggest sandbox ever invented. And all they got to do now is just pour sand into that box. And they could keep pouring sand into that box until the end of days. It's a game that would never end. And so that's the vision that we see in Hello Games and No Man's Sky. And Sean Murray is sitting there saying that he wants to keep working on this game. I was watching some really old interviews today. And he was asked even years ago, before all this, the launch happened or anything, they said, when you're done with No Man's Sky, what are you going to do next? He said, I never want to stop working on it.
Yeah.
And so that's what he's created. He's created the largest sandbox we're ever going to get. And all we got to do is just keep pouring more sand, and they can keep pouring more sand. The potential for No Man's Sky is ridiculous.
Right.
And so when we're quote unquote complaining, and I'm not, I'm disappointed, but I'm disappointed because I know how big No Man's Sky can be. I feel like I'm with Sean Murray in the design room going over this universe, right? And like, what can we do to frickin' fill this box with sand? And we're cheering him on. And so when he does something that we feel hurts him, hurts the company, hurts the No Man's Sky brand or image in any way, it makes sense for us to feel disappointed. Like, damn, the guy we were cheering for. Like, it's like saying that, damn, the Pittsburgh Steelers just lost to the Cleveland Browns. Like, how embarrassing is that?
Exactly. Well, you nailed it.
That is so true. Wow.
It's not that we hate the Steelers or whatnot. It's just that, how did you lose to the Browns? And that's what we're upset about.
Yeah, it's a missed opportunity, and I get that. I totally get that.
Error.
Not only is it a missed opportunity, but you got to also think, and like I said, I want to keep reiterating that I think what they did today was awesome for their community. Okay, but they're also trying to pitch this game to an audience that's never played it before and generally has not played it before. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a handful of them in there that did, but like 6,000 or 7,000 people were watching who haven't looked at this game ever since they saw a video from the No saying how much it sucked. They haven't paid attention.
Yeah. I got a question for everybody.
That's why there's no digital pre-order, because they maybe feel like since they can't sort of show exactly what people are getting, they don't want to put that pre-order out there. The physical retailers, they can do whatever they want. They can set up a pre-order if they choose, but the actual Microsoft Marketplace, putting it there, it might be for that reason that we're not seeing a pre-order there. It's like, wait till day one then until you can see what it finally is, or whenever the trailer drops.
Right.
And maybe when the trailer drops, if it drops before the 24th, please God no. But, if it does, maybe that's when the pre-orders will open, once that vision of what people are finally getting, what people are going to be sold, is actually out there. Maybe. Just a thought.
Yeah. Speaking of pre-orders and everything, I got a question for everybody. This might sound really stupid, but do you think Hello Games cares about day one sales for Xbox?
Oh,
I mean, every other game developer, we're like, day one sales, they got to be great, right? I feel like Hello Games is a little bit different. They feel like I mean, the whole reason they're making this next update is because the community loved the last update so much. And I feel like this ARG is all about the community. And they know they have a group of diehard fans, and they want to make this game for them, you know? And I feel like other developers, they might feel really, you know, they want to have a great launch on Xbox, right? But what if it's more about like, hey, we believe in this game. We're passionate about this game. We love it. We have fans that love it. Let's release it. We don't have to put out all these trailers and whatever. Let's just release it. And if new people jump on board, that's great. But we're doing this for the fans because they've stuck with us. And I feel like they don't need to push it and be like, yo, we have to have the best day one sales. We have to be number one on the top 10 for July, you know, games sold list. I feel like they believe in this game. They're passionate about this game. They're going to keep supporting this game 2 years later because of the community. And it's just a passion project. So yes, it might not win over as many people on the day one of launch, but that community is going to slowly grow as people start streaming, as we have conversations like this, more people jump on board. You know, I feel like it's going to be a slow burn. It's a marathon, not a race. And that's just my opinion.
True.
I feel like that's their mindset because they are different than all of these other developers.
Guys,
There's a roadmap of No Man's Sky, too.
You know,
It's such a long roadmap.
I agree with Adam to a point, right?
Ghul,
It is their
I really
passion.
like it.
whoa, what is that?
Oh, I'm not sure. What was that?
I mean, think of it this way. Let me put it in perspective. Like, say Cobra's channel, for example. Cobra could probably grow way faster if he covered like the best and newest game. You know, he always chased that carrot, and a lot of channels do that. But no, he's stuck with No Man's Sky and indie games. And even after people gave up on it, Cobra's still going with No Man's Sky. I mean, of course, he could have grown a lot faster if he would have chased the newest, brightest thing. But I feel like Hello Games isn't like that.
Man, that story is true for just about
They're-
every No Man's Sky
it's just
content
different.
creator there is. I mean,
Exactly.
when Fortnite Battle Royale came out, I was the #1 Fortnite Battle Royale streamer on my platform, on Mixer. I was ahead of the big guys. I had more viewers than anybody. Problem, I hated that game.
Oh God!
I cannot play that game. All right?
Man, I
I'm
freaking
sorry.
hate that game.
That
Oh
game is
man!
terrible, okay? But here's the deal. I could have stuck with it, forced myself to play it. I'd be maybe not number one on the platform, but I'd certainly be at over 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
The truth is that if you know, like oftentimes I get accused of, oh, he only picks up No Man's Sky because it gives him viewers. Actually, you know, that's the you know, I might get the same group of people coming in. And look, I'm not gonna say, and this is not a pew on Cobra. Cobra, I love you. I have a lot of respect for you. Okay, this is not a pew on Cobra, and mad respect and props to you. You know, but I remember a year ago you were around 30,000 subscribers. Is that right?
Yeah, dude, I lost over 10,000 at launch.
Yeah, you did. And so my point is that you care about your community, and you love your community more than your success on any social media platform.
Yep.
Right.
And that's what you care about, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's what I care about. And so I know my community would disown me if I sat down and played Fortnite. Now, would I get a whole new community and grow one that's, you know, 3 times larger, 4 times larger, 5 times larger than what I have today? Yeah, you bet you believe it. And I hate to bring up Atlas Horizon as an example, but I will. He's a Fortnite streamer on Mixer, and it took him about 2 or 3 months, and now he's sitting at like 50,000 followers over on Mixer because he's a Fortnite streamer and wears a DBZ wig, and he's completely and totally forgotten about No Man's Sky. But more power to him. The man's trying to make a living. I totally get it, and so let him go off and do his thing. But that's an option that every content creator has to face every day is, what do we do? I'm going to do what my community is interested in. Now, my community is interested in a variety of games. So, yeah, between No Man's Sky updates, I'm going to focus on other things. And that's totally fine. But the thing is, at the end of the day, so many of us are like, well, what's No Man's Sky going to do next? When's the next update coming out? Yo, Waken Titan updated. What's going on? You know, and that's how it goes every day.
You take this to a Hello Games level, and honestly, what you're talking about and loving your community. Hello Games, when it comes down to it, they're just gamers. They're not business people. They have a little bit of experience with Joe Danger, but when it comes down to it, they're just gamers. That's all they really are, and they love their community that they've got.
Oh, for sure. And Black Note, that's a great point. That's a fantastic point, and I think Ghul is getting ready to say exactly what I was getting ready to say.
Probably.
So the thing,
your twin brother.
Yep.
I just don't want to interrupt you.
The thing is that they can do a really good, like, this is the idea I pitched today. They need to have a community management team, especially now that we're going online. Especially now that we're going online. Now, they used to have a community manager. I don't think he's around anymore. But they need to have a community management team. They need to have a guy who's in charge of it all and PR. And then you got to have an Xbox guy, a PlayStation guy, a PC guy, and a Tencent Chinese-speaking guy to connect every day with the community and put their finger on the pulse of what people are talking about. What bugs are they finding? Are there any exploits that are causing big issues? And now that we're in an online universe where people can interact or potentially prey upon others, and I will use that terminology as opposed to say PvP. I don't want to upset anybody, but you can prey upon
very lucid.
And we've seen recently in the last couple of days. I mean, heck, I wanted to come here because the fact of the matter is I get a lot of comments that people seem to think that I'm adversarial of Cobra. No, I actually respect him a lot. And then we have the drama that happened a couple nights ago with the base trading, and then then there was the hub talk. And I don't mean to bring up bad news or nothing like that, but the thing is that it's a community that I think could be very strong. I think we can all be very positive, but there are times when that negativity really comes through, and we really see the opposite of what we expect out of this community. And so, we really just kind of need to remember that we all believe in this dream that is No Man's Sky. We all believe in this vision. We're all defending it. And if I feel like
that's why I was
had a better finger on the pulse of this. If Hello Games had a community manager who was reaching out on the daily to a number of different content creators, to a number of different players who were reading through a whole bunch of feedback and elevating it and then communicating back and completing a feedback loop, I think if we had that, Hello Games might have shown something different today. Or we might have approached Waken Titan a little differently to include more people. Or, we'd be more open towards another. I mean, there'd be less infighting among the community, and there'd be less confusion.
Actually, I wasn't disappointed with what they did.
No, I wholeheartily agree. I've always thought that their promotion is lackluster, but again, that's because they're gamers. They're not business people. They're just not.
Well, exactly. And
plus, on top of that, I don't think
what they do hire somebody to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I do believe wholeheartedly, and I don't know this for a fact, but I believe Sean is probably a bit of a control freak.
I'll put money on that.
So and yes, I agree with Bicycle. I was pretty spot on. Yeah, they are gamers. Yeah, they are passionate about their game, but they are a business. I mean, they do make games to sell. And if they don't sell those games, then they can't continue to make content for us. And I think that's where the disappointment lies, is because they had certain opportunities that they kind of missed out on that would have promoted their game a lot more than what they currently have. And that's what we want. We want them to succeed. We want them to progress. We want them to get bigger so they can make more content for us.
Yeah, of course. And I agree with you. I just don't think that coming out of Joe Danger that they were ready for the explosion of No Man's Sky.
They weren't.
In any way whatsoever.
No, they had Joe Danger, and then all of a sudden this game that they came out with and invention on the VGX went viral. Yeah. I mean, it literally went viral, and I don't think they were ever in a position to handle it properly.
No.
Well, and that's probably why they made the big decision to move to 505 Games as their publisher, because they needed somebody to handle that stuff for them.
But they're not letting them do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's because of the ARG. Specifically, if we go before 505, though.
And they did hire 505 for that purpose then.
Yeah, but if we go before 505, when we're saying that he wasn't ready to handle it, one of the other biggest issues is that, one thing that I really suggest they should have done is immediately when it got viral the way they did, they should have just hired a PR guy or a PIO, some type of public information officer to say, hey, this is what you should say. But it's still got, because he's not a businessman and he is just a gamer, because he's so passionate. Guys, I was saying it earlier in the cast break, we all know he's super, super passionate. He might not, is everything he said about the game that he wanted to do, which he is still doing. He said it as, I'm a creator. I'm doing how y'all create content and we follow it. all the time. He's a creator and he's super passionate. He's, we're going to do this, 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 and this, and this. He's just a gamer talking about how he's building his game and what he's planning on. He's not thinking about it how a PIO would say, okay, we're not ready to say this because of this. He's never been trained in that. He just hasn't. Well, and nobody can really blame him for that. People get mad, but that's because they don't understand that that's how advertising works. They don't say nothing without consulting a professional that's been in the business for 10 or 15 years on how to speak to the public. Because the public can be brutal.
Yeah. Well,
they remind me a lot of Nintendo in a way, because Nintendo, comes out and they always make a console and they release, a handful of games, Zelda, Mario, so on and so forth. And they could make so much more money if they just made games for like Xbox and PS4 and PC. They could make so much money, but they don't do that because it's just how they've always done things is, they make a console, they only put it on their console, and they're very set in their ways. And I feel like Sean Murray is kind of similar in that way, where he's like, have a plan. This is, it might be different. It might not make sense. Yeah, old fashioned. Exactly. He's like, I'm going to do me. Other people are doing their stuff. I could be making more money. I could be doing this, and this. We could grow faster, but this is working for us right now, and let's just keep going. And maybe it will take somebody else to kind of go in there and be like, this is a company. We can work on better games. We could get more money to fund No Man's Sky. But I hope Sean does kind of open up more to those types of ideas from like outsiders, because you did say he locked himself in a room and he built this thing and kind of kept it secret.
I agree 100%. There's no way he built this crazy mathematical algorithm to build 18 quintillion planets to go visit. There's no way he did this and other people didn't offer this man a job like, hey, come work for our studio and did it. No, I agree with you 100%. He's old fashioned, he's passionate, and he's stuck with it for as long as we've stuck with it. And probably more.
And at the same time,
he started Hello Games. Like he said, from when he used to work for games like Burnout and stuff, it got so commercial that he just got tired of it. He wanted to do something that was boring him.
He did admit in his interview for the Burnout series that he said in the interview, he said, "Oh, I love cars. Of course, I love cars." He was lying.
Oh yeah, yes.
I don't love cars.
That's sarcasm.
Do they fly?
He wanted a job. He wasn't necessarily passionate about Burnout, and of course, it was too commercial for him. He is sort of a small studio guy, but the thing is like I'm a business owner. Cobra, you're a business owner. The thing is that if there's something I'm not comfortable doing, or I'm not doing it to the best that it needs to be done for my business and for my customers and for my community, then I need to hire someone else to do it. And the thing is that Sean Murray, he likes to control the messaging, and it's his baby. And he has every right to want to control that messaging. He has every right to want to get to step up and say, I'm going to control this. And, and so he's exercising that right, and that's what we're seeing. Unfortunately, he's doing it despite his own face, and that's where our concern comes from. It's we want to see him succeed. We think. I personally think he does care about day one Xbox sales. Personally, I do. He should.
He has to. He's still a business.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He still got to make. At the end of the day,
actually, I don't disagree with what they did earlier today. Like actually, what they did earlier today, what they showed, was exactly what they needed to show. It wasn't for us. That whole thing was for the people that had no insight or knowledge of what No Man's Sky was. The part that was for us in that whole thing was when they showed the two little guys in the background and you saw one move. That was for us. That was to let us know, look, we know you want multiplayer this bad. We can't really give you what you want right now as far as.
But that wasn't the game actually moving though. That was just
No.
Yeah, they just played around with that image.
That's what I'm saying. They were showing us like, look,
like a little shadow puppet.
This is what it's gonna look like.
No, it better not look like that.
We're going to be able to see ourselves, because they said they're going to add in third person, and we're also going to be able to see when we have a friend next to us. We know that's going to be in the game. That's what the multiplayer is really going to be about. That little snippet right there, that was basically saying, hey, look, we know what you want, but this isn't for you right now.
Right.
This is for the people that don't know anything about No Man's Sky. And we need to generate.
I agree with that part too. I do.
When people come in, when they see that on Xbox, they're going to look for this game, and they're going to be like, well, you know, what I saw was actually kind of cool, and they're saying that was just what they added in, and they have another update. So let me see what this game is going to really be about, and that's when they're going to see all the bad publicity, but at the same time, they're going to be like,
yeah, and that video,
it's different from what it was then to now, and it's going to be better when next finally comes out.
I want to thank Richard. I want to thank Richard.
I just want to say it quick
in the super chat for donating to the super chat. Says hello, Cobra and fellow interlopers. Thank you so much, Richard. Real quick, Peaceful Gamer. I do want to make an announcement. I'm going to be doing a little trivia question. It's a one question, one answer, and this is for a race that's going to be held on No Man's SkyCon, so you could be a participant in, and you will be winning a actual press kit from Hello Games. The press kit comes with a bunch of stuff. It's official. It's an official press kit, and we also have Atlas prizes, Atlas passes to give away as prizes as well. So in about 20 minutes or so, give or take, how close I'm paying attention to everything. I'm going to ask a simple question, and is there a trivia question for Cobra TV lore, and the first 15 people that message my private message me on Discord are going to be the first 15 people that I'm going to take for this race. It's probably going to be about a 20-minute race. What's up, Snow?
Sorry to interrupt, but when you say that your DM on Discord, is this Relay or at Cobra TV?
Oh, that's a good point. I'm using the wrong account.
Yeah, you're using Relay.
Wrong button.
Wrong button.
Wrong button.
Wrong button.
Wrong button.
Love it. I love it.
Thank you, Snow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And another thing I wanted to point out.
I tell you what, go ahead and message Cobra anyway, right? Or can they? Or are they going to be able to see Relay or Cobra?
I managed to contact both of you, both Relay and Cobra.
Okay, all right. Join the Discord. Can people look up members?
Because I just actually sent Relay a forever.
Yeah,
me too. The easiest way to do it.
Okay, Laika, thank you so much for becoming a sponsor. Hold on. All right, is everybody able to look up a member? Can they look up Cobra TV in the Discord once they join it?
Easy enough.
Yes.
Just swipe left on the tablet.
There you go. All right, still send it to Cobra. I will contact you later and tell you that you're one of the first 15. Okay. Solved. Now we can.
How about 16? Do 16.
No, I got to be there to film it. I got to be there inside the room.
It can't be 16. 16.
Hey, Cobra, I just want to say real quick before we move on. I think this is one of the best conversations that we've had in a long time, and I really think this is a great community. I think the more that we rise out of the ashes and make this a positive thing, this is great. I'm glad that DM21 came on tonight. Everybody here is awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Oh, thank you kindly. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's a great conversation, and it had to be had. Yeah, absolutely.
And with that being said, I know within the No Man's Sky community, it kind of feels like, we're down in the dumps. We didn't get a trailer. But if you're just an Xbox guy who has no idea what Waken Titan is and just came across the video, you could be super excited. You could be super hyped about it. From an outsider's perspective, it could be totally different.
I respectfully disagree. I think there are a few people that, would have taken that. I think this wasn't the avenue or the place to share it. I think it should have been a Twitter video or something else. The big thing, and again, like I said, I'm very glued into the Xbox community, and I don't think that video was very well targeted at Xbox players. That would not have sold many Xbox players. I'm just going to tell you that now. Xbox players care about a few things, and
I mean, obviously, a trailer would have, brought
No, I don't want a trailer. No one's
asking
for a trailer. I have never said I wanted a trailer. I just, I'm just saying that. Yeah.
Actually, I think really what it was for, it was just to let them know, just give them a snippet, be like, hey, look, this is a game that you might not know about, and we're letting you know this is what's in this game. I think the trailer that they're going to put out later on, that's really going to be for them to be able to, I guess, kind of be their deciding factor. Because we all know they got to have some type of trailer or something to set up for this game, Fortnite.
Okay, but the problem with
show it just right before they release.
The problem with the trailer is that if they release the trailer to Xbox players,
what just happened?
Hello.
That was weird.
You cut out the
was weird.
BW.
Yeah.
Oh no, I wasn't the one talking.
Oh, who was that? Was that
That was me.
Vargul? Oh,
I mean, I could,
The twin. It was the twin. The twin.
whatever, man. Whatever.
I could talk if you want me to, but
Are you guys hearing me now?
If I may interrupt.
Yeah, we can.
hey, Vargul, just let me take over, Vargul. I got you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter which one of you talk. You both sound the same anyway. Go ahead. It sounds like you're using different mics.
what I was trying to say was that the trailer is going to drop to the ARG, and the people who are Xbox exclusive players that don't follow the ARG are not going to pick up on that trailer unless they're looking for it. So they have to be following the ARG if they're going to want the trailer. You see
Unless the ARG releases the trailer on like TV and everywhere else at the same time.
Yeah, true.
Like it could be the entire end of the marketing push, because back in the day, in the first part of the ARG, we were having to go listen to radio stations in freaking Antarctica.
We'll probably get a data dump that links directly to Hello Games' site, like they've been doing through the Atlas 65.
Real quick.
See, the thing is, the people that follow the ARG is most likely going to be YouTubers as well. So the people that give them therefore, we're going to put the trailer out there.
My man, Ranger Boy is right.
Into orbit.
You know, they're gonna still see the trailer. You know, especially
after watching
Xbox Live, they're gonna be like, okay, they're still gonna be looking for content. The more content they get, they're gonna find that trailer when they finally do drop. They have a whole 2 weeks to be able to look up other content.
2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks.
People that has played this game, and they can get their thoughts on the game, and then as well as the people that has re-reviewed the game after the updates. You know, they can get those people thoughts on the game, and then by that time, the trailer should be out, and they can be like, okay, I can make my final decision watching the trailer. You know, now that I know that there's been an ARG out on this game, there's been plenty of updates on the game. There's plenty of people still creating content for the game, so it has a following. The people that's really going to get this game are going to be hardcore players like us that that want to get a game that they can just jump in, do a few things. You know, it's not going to be for everybody. They know that. Just like they knew when the game first dropped for PlayStation. This game wasn't going to be for everybody.
And Raging Bull, you are 100% right. I definitely don't disagree with you. But there's something very interesting that's happening right now. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come here. And I wanted to share this good news, if I may.
Okay. Yes, sir. Please do.
So since No Man's Sky Next was, sort of coming around the bend, there are a lot of Xbox players who are going to the No Man's Sky store page trying to learn more about the game. When I'm streaming No Man's Sky on Mixer, when they're scrolling through the store page, they see a link to my stream. They click the link and they tell me, hey, is this game worth it? What's this game about? What is this game called? What are you doing right now? Is this going to, is this the game I'm going to get, when it comes out on the 24th? And they ask me all these questions. It's because and now for the first time since January, okay? And this has been a big deal since January. For the first time, I've been able to break through the Fortnite noise machine and actually chart back on Mixer again. And Fortnite, and I've been saying this on my own stream, but I think more people need to hear this. As a professional streamer, a full-time streamer, Fortnite has almost put me out of business because I'm no longer competing against other streamers where I just got to make sure that, I'm a good, happening guy. I'm passionate. I'm honest. I tell you the truth. I tell you what I think. And, you don't have to agree with me. That's fine. We can still be friends. We can still love each other. And that's the message I try to preach.
Good all agree to disagree.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is that, and that was working great for me until January. January, I was playing Monster Hunter World. We were having a blast. I was rocking. Oh, yeah. I was rocking 350 concurrent viewers day after day after day for a month. And then Fortnite blew up out of nowhere. My numbers tumbled all the way down to 30. And it's like only my
Drake and that ninja
the
guy.
Drake and ninja guy the Drake and ninja incident. Yeah. And so I have been trying everything. And I mean everything. I have tried so much to try if I can build up my momentum, because again, I'm not a hobbyist. This is my job. If I fail at my job, I can't pay my bills and we starve. Okay, so I have been working my butt off on trying to find a way to break through the Fortnite noise, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, No Man's Sky starts charting again when I'm just randomly streaming it. By the way, in May. So this isn't like Next isn't even really a thing that's happening. The only thing that happened was the store page was created, and people are going to the store, and not only are they going to the store to learn about the game, they're clicking on my stream to learn even more about the game. And it got to the point where today, without any tab slots, without any promotion from Microsoft, which I do get every now and then, with nothing, no help, nothing, we broke 270 concurrent viewers while playing No Man's Sky. And that is unheard of for any game. Unheard of for any game besides Fortnite.
Content creators like you, that when they finally
I did not have it ready. I really want to do that. I just want to say real quick to everybody, good night. I gotta go to bed.
Oh, good night, buddy.
Good night.
See y'all next. Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Congrats for your viewers. Good night, guys.
Good night, buddy.
Good night.
Good night, dude.
And you do bring up a good point, man, about the streaming thing. Like, even on YouTube and Twitch, I've seen more people streaming No Man's Sky, even though we haven't got Next yet. There's just more people streaming. There's more people watching. And it's just slowly growing. It's that slow burn again. The hype is building. And it's just going to keep building after Next because people are going to jump on with their friends. And
today,
yeah, it's exciting.
No Man's Sky, and I haven't streamed No Man's Sky in what? Months.
Yeah.
You know, I play, but that's because I play a lot of other games. You know, when I'm one of those type of gamers.
I mean, Legacy Zero hit 60 last night.
Day one. I've been down with No Man's Sky since day one. I mean, you can ask Cobra this. Like, me and Cobra have been on this for a long time. Like, I've been with No Man's Sky when they first unveiled at the Game Awards back in like 2014, 2015 or whatever.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So, you know, I've always known about this game.
Yeah,
but the main thing I've always wanted was multiplayer. So I never really actually fully delved into No Man's Sky the way as everyone else has. Like, I played a few days. Like, when they first dropped, I platinumed them in the first week. You know, I streamed literally for hours on end. I got an 11-hour, 55-minute stream from that first week.
People are definitely turning their minds, turning their eyes back to No Man's Sky. I mean, Bicycle War was a big spike in viewers, like you said, Legacy Zero as well. I've been seeing it on everybody's stream.
Simtex is rocking 30 today.
Yeah, we had about 800 people plus watching us today when Xbox Live was going on. That's a lot.
Actually, Cobra, we passed 1,000. If you didn't notice.
No, I didn't. I didn't notice. I don't.
But I didn't say that. You didn't hear that from me. You didn't hear that. There was a 1 and then a lot of zeros after it. That's all I'll say. I'm just saying the hype level. It's rising, man. It's rising. It was rising.
16. Only 16.
But the thing is, you know, they dropped a big opportunity, man, and I think it might have. I don't know. Do you maybe think that with all this extra attention, do you think that maybe it took a couple steps back because of not showing something for the Xbox community?
I think like it's a slow burn, man. It's a slow burn. A marathon, not a race. Like they came back from everybody like saying this game's trash. They lied to us. They came back from that. They're people think of No Man's Sky now. They think of these guys putting in the work, free updates. These guys are passionate. These guys love what they do. I don't hear anybody say anything negative about No Man's Sky anymore, except, the few random trolls that pop in. And I feel like once Next hits, we're going to get those streamers. We're going to get people. Who knows? Maybe Ninja will even stream it. Highly doubtful, but you never know. Sean Murray could have some Sean Murray could stream it, guys. What if Sean Murray streams it? He just gets on Twitch. Sean Murray's going to stream it himself. You know how many people would watch that?
People keep mentioning somebody named Ninja. Who the heck is Ninja?
Some may stream it. Yeah, you bring up a good point, Adam. I mean, the more that they expose themselves, the more they're going to be.
The community has always sold this game. They've always pushed it. We're talking right now, like on a podcast 2 years later, about how Hello Games can get more viewers and more players because we're passionate. We're the ones pushing this. They don't need giant advertising campaigns because they have passionate fans like us. That's why they're making this update. That's why they haven't given up on the game.
Yeah,
And
there
I
is
feel
that
like,
possibility.
yeah, they might not make
putting them.
They might not make all this money on day one, but they could still make all this money as time goes on. It's like,
Yeah,
you know,
if
$1
they
billion
put
first day
themselves-
or $1 billion over time. You know, you know what I mean?
If they put themselves
yeah.
out there, that is that much more risk of them going through the same thing again.
Yep.
I think they're playing it safe. I think they played it safe today.
We got
They
Toy
could
on the
have,
call.
yeah.
Toy, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing good. How about you, Cobra?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So, how do you feel about what happened today? What's your opinion?
Well, I did want a trailer, but I knew in the back of my mind we probably aren't going to get one until Element 6 unlocks. But I was hopeful, but I really did like what they showed. And I could tell the clip that they had of Sean, like he was being genuine. It didn't feel like he was reading from a script, even though he probably was. But in the way it was delivered, it felt genuine. It almost sounded like he was choking up a bit.
It was like the first take. He's like, "That's it, only one I'm doing. Here you go."
I don't know. I think he
what
kind of
Sean.
anticipated what the reaction would be. Showing 11 things we already know. I mean, right before we got that, I made a joke. Watch this be 11 things we already know. There's 3 exocrafts in the game. And look what happened.
We're all guilty of making jokes. That turned out to be true.
I think they're going to let next speak for itself, though, and that's what they want. They're like, "Yo, this is what we have. This is what you can taste and feel right now."
But
and this is next.
I think
Love
you're
or
right,
hate it.
Toy. I think you're right, Toy. I think they're going to Element 6 is going to be the big shebang, the big trailer. I think that's what Sean Mary meant by you'll know more soon, or we'll tell you more soon.
Real soon. I don't think Element 6 is a trailer or the big shebang.
Why not?
If I can, so I don't want anybody getting their hopes up because I'm already nervous because you said that. Do you guys feel that Waken Titan's finishing up at all?
It better. You should have finished up a couple months ago.
Yes.
No, but like as far as the story is concerned, does it feel like it's finishing up?
No,
the answer is no.
I think
the
this
answer
is
is
just
no.
the closing point.
Remember a couple things real quick. Please let me just let me make this point. The question was, does it feel like it's closing? I'm going to think it was a general no. And the reason why is because we have 2 more Dreamers we don't even have patient profiles for, and we haven't extracted anybody. So here's why. This is what I'm anticipating, okay? We're going to get the 2 more Dreamers. We're going to help them out. We're going to get Element 6. It's the next weekend after that where we might have a big event where we extract Dreamers. Remember, we have not extracted a single Dreamer, not one. There's no way we're going to do that all this week and handle 2 new patient profiles unless we get started like now.
Yeah, that DM20 that as well, but also, this is my opinion. I don't think this is the end. I don't think next is the end. I honestly think it goes beyond next.
And that's what I'm concerned about too.
Next,
I'm with BW on that one.
I'm sorry. I'm done.
ARG thing is what they use to.
No, go on. I want
to having a new.
They can't. No, I think the ARG's ran its course.
Think of it as like a seasonal show. For this season, it'll end for this season. But for the next time we have a big update, it's gonna start kicking back up. I think that's.
So I agree with Bicycle. I watched his show.
Of course you do, Vargul. You're me.
You're just looking in the mirror the whole time. You're just looking in the mirror.
I totally agree. I think the Element 6 is going to be unlocked. I think that once we release all the Dreamers, that'll be it. That's when we get our trailer. I have a suspicion that this might be the end of the ARG. I think the ARG is what Hello Games used to advertise their game. It was a campaign that they used. But now that they have 505 Games as a publisher, I think beyond next, I think 505 Games is going to handle all their commercialization.
Yes.
But
I hope that's the case.
ARG is basically part of the community now. They should keep it just for the community. I'm not saying keep it as a long-standing, keep it constantly running, but still use it, from time to time, just to be like, hey, look, we know you actually go out and do things for us in the public. So
I think it's burned out. You're right. I think it's burned out. Everybody's burned out on it. Everybody's burned out on Waken Titan.
I'm not.
The ARG is part of the community.
I'm not.
But by the time this ARG ends, I think we'll have the full background story behind the lore of Atlas.
I really hope so.
And how
And that was
origin
cool,
simulation
not
came about.
I think everybody's I think everybody's burned out because they didn't do a very good job of Waking Titan. I think Atlas Rise was much better.
Yeah, Waken Titan season 1 was much better, and this is an unpopular thing. I've said it before, and I got a lot of email about that. But I'm going to say it again because it's just what I believe. I felt like Waken Titan season 1 was for the everyday No Man's Sky fan. It was designed to kind of bring us all together, get us back, and get us hyped again, and to sort of carry us over until Atlas Rise came out, because it was 6 months between Pathfinder and Atlas Rise, and now it's like practically a year. Between Atlas Rise and Next, right? And so it was sort of a tool to keep us engaged, to sort of, get back together as a community, to sort of reshape us into a positive force, to reunite the community because of all the division that happened at the beginning of No Man's Sky's launch. And it was very effective for doing that. And it was for everyone who liked No Man's Sky. It was for all No Man's Sky fans. And, it could be that a father and son, and I always point back to them because to me that they're my core audience when I think about No Man's Sky. To me, they were able to solve the puzzles together as a father-son activity. Today, and I messaged Sabadio about this personally, and I said, hey, I'm making an assumption here, but is this assumption true? And he said, yes, it's true, and that him and his son are no longer able to do the puzzles together. And it's an activity that, they were certainly looking forward to doing when Waking Titan came back around, but it's just something that they can't devote the time. The puzzles are too hard. They feel left out, but at least, they like the art concepts. Axel, Sabadio's son, is, he likes the visuals for Waking Titan 2, but, there's still something missing in terms of solving the puzzles.
Right. Well, I don't think Hello Games expected the response that they got from the first one. And the second one, the first one was obviously planned, and they did a really good job at doing it. And because they figured that they got such a good response from the first one, hey, we'll do a second one, but the second one was not planned. And because of that, I don't think it went off as way. It's been spotty for quite a long time.
Right.
If I may.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
A couple things. First off, I wanted to inform you that I actually don't have permissions to access the Patreon Hangout or the.
I'll take care of it. I'm on the wrong account. I'm on the wrong account to be able to do that for you.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
And number two, it's trivia time.
I knew it.
Noah's going to ask us a question.
Wait, what did I miss? What?
It's been 20 minutes. It's trivia time.
Oh, okay. Trivia time. Okay. All right. So you guys have had enough time to prepare. I'm going to ask a simple trivia. Nobody in the voice chat, say it out loud. Nobody in the the YouTube chat. Don't type it out. Just go ahead and private message Cobra TV.
Yeah.
The answer. The answer. Okay, so I hate
on Discord, correct?
I
want
hate
them to private message on Discord.
Yes, private message on Discord. Yes. First 15 people that message me, I'll look at the timestamps. I'll look at them in order. First 15 people who message me will be entered in for the race that can win the actual press kit for No Man's Sky, which is a really cool prize, man. So. All right, here is the trivia question. I don't have any music keyed up. I don't have anything on this new computer. But you guys know I hate the Gek. I don't really hate them, but I use it as a joke. It's just a running joke here on the show.
Get a tattoo of them. Get a tattoo.
So, with that said, what is the only Gek Cobra has ever loved? What is the name of the only Gek Cobra has ever loved? The name.
Nobody say it.
So message that name to Cobra TV. The name of the Gek, the only Gek I have ever accepted and loved.
And while everybody's doing that, I have a question for Cobra.
Cobra. Yes.
You have
same here.
You have a monkey. Like you have a toy monkey to your left with like a plate of like Rice Krispie treats. What's up with that?
Oh, no.
Am I the only one saying this?
These are sun chips. I woke up and ate some sun chips.
Like, is there something we don't know? Like,
this monkey is the first thing my wife ever got me when we first got together.
That's not. It's a little bit of history.
Johnny Cobra from Super Troopers.
And also, I think we should name your new computer. I think either the patrons should get to do it and they all vote, or like we tweet you on Twitter or something. There should be some kind of poll where we get to name that new beefy computer back there with the flashy lights. It needs a name because the old one had a personality of it. So we need to name that thing. I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there.
Super button.
I vote on Jeff Machine. Thank you.
I call it Machine 16.
Ooh. Oh, that's good. I like that.
Let's see if we can get some more Cobras in here. We got Alias joining us. Alias, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Not much. We're going to start getting some Cobras in here.
What the heck?
What is that?
What is
That's a toy. That's a dog toy.
Oh.
That's a dog toy.
Who's
is that? Dog toy.
Is that your dog toy, Conga? Why does somebody sound like they're shooting a gun?
I don't know.
You don't hear
you
that?
ask too many questions, Cobra. You a cop? No. What are you, a cop? No.
See, did you hear that? Somebody's shooting a gun.
Well, it could be fireworks from 4th of July.
It's not
Who
4th
knows?
of July. We heard the same thing on the 4th of July. So whoever...
It's a simulation.
We're being hacked. We're being hacked, Cobra.
It's a
All right.
in the matrix.
Since this chat seems to be going a little bit weird, we're going to add our mascot here,
There we go.
the Drunken Taco. The Drunken Taco. What's going on, buddy?
Drunken Taco!
Hi, everybody. I got raptured right whenever I was trying to like tell everybody that Syntax is like seriously a good guy and they shouldn't talk bad to poor fella. How's everybody?
We're doing good. We're doing good. How did your time at GameStop go today? Any you get any information or anybody come in to throw stuff at you because of what happened at Inside Xbox?
No. To be honest with you, I got laughed at over it. They're just like, ha ha.
Okay, who's staticking? I think I know who's staticking here. Conga G. I think you have the static on you.
Yep. It's Conga.
There you go.
What? It's not me.
Yeah,
So,
it's
hey,
you.
Cobra?
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, Cobra. I saw somebody. I think it was Vortex posted in Discord chat that we still don't have the 8 cassettes yet. We're still missing 8 cassettes from the original ARG.
Yeah, we didn't know if there were cassettes or not. We just know that there were 16 packages.
Have we received them all?
No, we haven't. No, and that's why I'm not too confident that this ARG is going to close appropriately.
That's what I'm talking about right there. There's too many open ends right now.
So there's always that chance that they could have been out. Well, I mean, I'm not 100% on this, but there's always the chance that they could have been sent out to people that just honestly didn't care or who wasn't as involved with them. Think that's possible?
Maybe.
I don't know, man. Like, in order to give on those packages, you have to be like a content creator, darn it, for No Man's Sky. You know, I mean, like they went out to people that was pretty much involved with the game, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They'll approach you in like a dark alleyway. They're like, "Here's the package." or after we get the update, people are gonna come up to Taco and be like, "You got any of that next?" Like they're like buying drugs. You got any of that next lying around? It's like, I need some of that next.
Dude,
give me the
that
next, man.
now.
I need it.
Dumpster diving.
But don't you think by the time this ARG ends, that'll be it for the background lore, the backstory?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. With a game like this, you can make up any lore you want to.
My man Raging Bull says it right again. Preach it, brother. Look, let me tell you. That's the thing.
Hey,
I'm ready for the backstory's done. Look, look, backstory is going to be done because the thing is, if you introduce an online play, we're going to be creating our own damn stories, and that's the way we should be looking at it.
Exactly. Like I said, like I was telling I don't know who was it, Simtex and Ron earlier. Like someone needs to make like their own No Man's Sky trailer and say how, you know, the people that play the game, like we are No Man's Sky. You know, we put out.
We've already done that, man. We've already done.
You know, I'm saying like have a big massive clip. You know, just like a bunch of people playing the game. They send in their clips, and at the end they say, "I am No Man's Sky." And then you see another person, they have their clip, and they say, "I am No Man's Sky." And at the end, everybody just be like, "We are No Man's Sky," and we send it to Hello Games, let them know, like, "Look, we know you made this game for us, and like we know we help you with the content and stuff. We prepared to do that. You know, that's what we're doing now with creating the content on our YouTubes and stuff. Like me, like I made a whole altered persona for just this game. You know, so like we really are No Man's Sky, and we like with a game like this, you can make any lore you want to. That's the reason why I say the ARG really don't have to end if they don't want it to. They can put what they want into it, who they want into it, and they can do what they want with it.
You actually make a good point, because could you imagine this, like 2 months, give or take, after next releases and the Xbox release and Tencent could you imagine if they came to like the leaders of the community and they said, everybody make a video, if you can, get together, play a match together, and everybody record it from their own separate perspectives and send it to us. And they edit like a trailer together that shows off like a cutscene, and then it shows everybody fighting together and they're talking to each other, going back and forth. And at the end of that trailer, it's like, we are No Man's Sky. We are the travelers. We are the one.
We are the dreamers.
We are the dreamers, yeah.
Speaking of advertising, I want to get some audience participation here. Okay, everybody in the chat, everybody watching, I want to know what your tagline for No Man's Sky would be. Okay, so post in the chat, what would your tagline be for No Man's Sky? So like No Man's Sky, I don't know, like explore anything or go anywhere. You know, they can be funny, they can be crazy. Just post them in the chat. I want to know what your No Man's Sky tagline would be if you were running this advertising campaign.
Like Adam.
What was that?
It comes from 1971, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. We are the makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
Okay, guys, we're going to have to do the second trivia question. So a lot of people didn't get it right. The correct answer was David. David from Revenge of the Survivor. Everybody was saying Polo in the chat. So, all right. So here is the second one. And what was the name of the first spawn ship from Revenge of the Survivor that I named my ship? What was the name that I gave my ship?
I'm not saying a word.
First 15 people will be in the race.
I'm not saying a word.
Well,
I'm not saying a word.
Question: can I be in the race for free because I'm the champion?
You can be in the race, yeah. If you know the answer, go ahead and message it. What did Cobra name his ship in Revenge of the Survivor? Don't say it in the chat. Don't say it on the call.
Oh. I have no clue.
RV. Man, it's been like 3 months since I've listened to that.
RV. RV is a good fella.
What do you guys think the Hello Games trailer would be like? Not the one where everybody's pissed off about, but the one with the community. Everybody sent in their own clips, and they're going to make their own thing, and they're going to release that either this week or next week. What's the purpose of all that? How is that going to play into what's going on?
It could be for the dreamers, on the ARG, or it could be their way of maybe putting in some of our content into the next trailer. That's a good question.
Maybe me becoming sober, and I'm the last dreamer, and me being drunk all the time is actually me dreaming, and I just don't know it yet. Did I just hear a pig?
I hope not.
You killing me with the trivia questions because I medicate before I watch your Sandcast. Wow. So I'm really too blazed to like. I just like to watch because your voice is soothing and calming.
Well, just take a guess. Just take a guess. Just take a guess. What was the name? And this is for the race. Don't answer unless you are wanting to participate in the race and win the press kit, the No Man's Sky press kit.
I just want a press kit.
All right, let's get some more Cobros on here. We're going to be ending it here pretty soon, so we'll probably jump over into the Atlas room at the very end. But until then...
I just snuck in the back door, Cobra.
Oh, what's up, IB Mike?
I thought I felt something split going up my back, but I didn't want to say anything.
How you doing, Ivy Mike?
Doing good. Just got home from work. I was listening on the way home. So yeah, some good stuff.
Very awesome. Very awesome. Let me get your opinion on what you think about today.
You know, I'm really not surprised. You know, I'm not surprised. You know, I don't think it was the smartest thing for them to do. But I'm not surprised. I'm a little surprised, but by the amount of backlash they got. I got into it on Twitter a little bit more than I would like to admit, and I probably shouldn't have responded to some of the people I responded to today. But
I'm super happy I fell asleep right after the show.
Yeah,
I just went right to bed.
You know, yeah, you know, but I'm not. I feel like, to your point, I think they did miss an opportunity. But I get why they did. I think that their intention was right. They want to show all the people that saw that video 2 years ago when the game released about how bad it was. They want to show them what they've been working on, what they've done. I think they created a lot of confusion because they're not saying what they're doing. You know, Xbox players are going to get the game and they're going to have next on day one, and they're thinking they're not getting those things by the video they had today.
I think I can't help but think to myself, they're putting this on all of us. Like they're putting the advertisement and everything on us.
If they give us next a week early, then they could put it on us, but they're not.
You know, I had a really good idea that
I can't help but think they're going to do that, and everybody thinks that I'm wrong.
I had a really good idea for Hello Games, and I shared this idea with Elka on my stream. But my idea is like, Cobra, do you got a passport?
Do I got a passport?
Yeah, do you have a passport? Do you have like an active passport? Can you travel outside the country?
Oh, no.
Honestly, Taco does.
No, you don't. Okay. Well, my idea is that, you know, a really good advertisement would be to, what do big companies do when they're trying to promote their game but they're not ready to share anything yet?
Bring in streamers.
They bring in their content creators. Show them the game, and maybe, and the thing is that when you get a bunch of content creators together, what are they doing? They're live streaming from the Hello Game studio. They're taking selfies. They're active on Twitter. You know, and then, you know, we could record some video where they're like, all right, everybody, sit down in the room. We're going to tell you about this feature. We want to record your reaction to it. Here's the feature. Boom. And then you get our reaction, because what's missing this time around that I thought was so great last time was when they dropped the Atlas Rise name on us while we were doing the subcast, the sort of like No Man's Sky 1 year anniversary subcast. And we had that moment where we all just collectively just jaw dropped. Everybody was thrilled. We rallied together as a community to be great. I think it'd be pretty awesome if they show videos of us walking into a dark room, cut. We walk out of the dark room and we're like, holy crap, this is amazing, right?
I think ultimately in saying that, they send it in a way that we need motivation to kind of promote the game. And I think Hello Games is more than aware that they don't need to do that. We're all incredibly excited.
Oh, we're certainly incredibly excited.
There's going to be one more live. It's going to be in Ohio, and it's going to be Cobra invited to a secret room. Sean Murray's going to be sitting there, and he's going to be like, all right, here we go, Cobra.
I still miss the purple umbrella.
The purple umbrella guy was dope. I had a chance to meet him. He told me where the bathrooms were.
He told me where the bathrooms were.
Oh, he was a good guy.
I think Sean Murray.
But, you know, I mean, like, my whole point behind that is that, you know, it's not just about reaching the fans or trying to motivate the content creators and things like that. The idea is to sort of point forward and actually do a good promotional piece without actually having to spoil anything, which is their biggest thing. They don't want to spoil anything. They want you to go out and explore and find it for yourself. And so they'll do a quick breakdown of some of the features right before it comes out. But really, they just want you to go into their world and enjoy it and figure it out. And so, you know, maybe having that opportunity of, you know, it's not about motivating the streamers. It's about, man, we really want to tell people about this, but we can't. So let's get a couple guys under NDA, which, granted, you know, some people in this chat room have shared audio they weren't supposed to, but we'll get over that. But
that was not an NDA. There was no NDA.
Elton told me everything. Anyway, so that being said, is like the point is that you want to generate buzz, not motivate streamers. You want to generate buzz. You want to rally.
Do you think the video today created buzz?
Not at all.
I'm hyped.
It did for me. I was like, that's Sean Murray right there.
Right now.
Oh, I saw Sean Murray. It was great seeing him.
What the video today did was it gave info. It wasn't really supposed to generate buzz.
No, that wasn't supposed to generate buzz at all.
It planted the seed.
Like I said,
they put it on the show.
And that was exactly what it did. It was the seed. It really planted the seed. That was really just like I said.
And the thing is, just we're treading down old.
They can see something different.
But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because that, oh damn, I had it in my head too. Darn it, I lost it. Dang it, I interrupted you too, Raging Bull. I like you. No, but like I'm bringing this up because the thing is that this is something that major publishers do for their game. They rely on crowdsourced advertising, and a lot of everybody here tells me that they're going to rely on crowdsourced advertising. So the people who perfected that model, who can mass sell a game by crowdsourced advertising, what do? They fly their content creators out, show them they have the big thing. There's usually a live stream involved. We'll do like a Q&A about what we can talk about, what we can't talk about. We're going to go to dinner together. The content creators get to meet one another. They hang out. I've been to these. Like, I know how these go. And so
Dear Hello Games, Dear Hello Games, Taco volunteers. You know where I'm at.
Taco's going to be there. You got anybody?
Oh
God! I can see tacos. I can see tacos.
Yes, because
TMZ Gaming,
Taco. You have such a good track record of keeping the secrets of GameStop. I'm sure they'll take you on.
Someone came to my chat today and said they called GameStop. I said, "Oh, did you not learn?"
Right. I learned the hard way not to listen to GameStop. That's for sure.
Oh, I know, man. I'm telling you, you can't listen to most of us, man, because most of them don't care. They just go by the thing. I mean, I'm the jewel amongst. I don't know what.
I'm the jewel.
Shining jewel.
Ultimately, though, look at this. Yeah, what they did today and the trailer they put out did spark a conversation that an
we are talking.
Continued on right here now talking about this. That
but are people that don't own the game talking? Because at the end of the day,
they will be talking.
I doubt it.
Of course, we're talking about it. We're gonna. You guys already own the game.
People that aren't involved in our community are still going to know nothing about this.
Yep. They did show the entire for 2 years Xbox community the difference between the game back in 2016 and the game that we see today. Let's be honest. That is something that they clearly put across with what they did today. And I think for the Xbox community, ultimately, that is a very positive message.
Exactly. Well, imagine being an Xbox, an Xbox user. You have an Xbox. You're watching Inside Xbox because you watch it every time it goes live, and you're sitting there and you see this advertisement for No Man's Sky. We've seen those images. We've seen that. We know that. We play it all the time. But imagine to somebody who has not had the chance to play it, and they're watching that very well put together trailer. I'm sure it hyped up a good portion of the Xbox community.
I'd agree.
If you read some of the comments under that video, they're pretty positive.
Yeah,
you guys are speculating quite a bit, and I'm sure it certainly hyped some people up, and that's fine. I'm trying to find the tweet because the conversation outside of our little echo chamber, and let's face it, all right, true. Okay, the conversation outside our echo chamber is a touch different. And I'm trying to find that tweet real quick.
I've also seen tweets today, though, of Xbox users that have said, I never thought I'd give No Man's Sky another try.
Oh, and of
saw
course.
this today, and that really excites me about the game. So ultimately, I
no
think
one's
really
saying
you need
that,
to see that
no one's
there
saying it
is
didn't reach
positives,
nobody.
you know? Yeah.
Nobody's saying it didn't reach nobody. I certainly never said that.
We haven't taken.
It generated the right amount of questions. Now they have new players that got questions.
We also have to keep into context that
the small buzz come from.
We also have to keep into context that there are a lot of people out there that still don't know about the game at all.
All right, so here,
I know.
for example,
I run into
is
people all the time that don't know anything about it.
Here's a guy named Black Sheep. He joined my community after my, why Xbox users are concerned. He tweeted at me, personally messaged me saying, hey, you hit the nail right on the head. I am concerned because of exactly the reasons you mentioned. He replied to today's show. I found his tweet. This is the reply to Inside Xbox after the show went live. It's all old info. I was excited after seeing player model in background, but then nothing. Please show us what's new and why there is no digital pre-order for the Xbox. Like, what's going on with the pre-orders? That was, that represents that is an Xbox gamer that I know is an Xbox gamer. Again, over to Take, I've already read his comment. He's another confirmed Xbox gamer that I know and have heard his story. We got a couple other ones here. I'm trying to find ones that aren't just straight negative because they hate the game. There's a lot of those too.
Haters gonna hate, regardless.
Oh, haters gonna hate.
Oh,
yeah. And the thing is, they can't make everybody happy. I mean, they make one group happy. If the other group's gonna be like, "Yo, what is this?" You know what I mean? So, I think Next is gonna speak for itself when it comes out, and people are just gonna have to play it for themselves or watch someone that plays it, and they'll make up their mind if they want to throw $50 at it, or pay $15 at Walmart to get a PS4 copy or something.
Right.
So,
and the other thing is that okay, just Xbox. Let's just say they never showed. Let's just say No Man's Sky was never actually on the show at all. What they've done is they've gone up a step, and it's a small step.
That's
but nonetheless,
that's a good point. If they were never going to be there, we wouldn't have even looked at Inside Xbox whatsoever.
Right.
Exactly. And no one even
because we didn't know until yesterday that they were even going to be on there.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And it gives us a tight little package to share with people.
So we're already getting more than what we would have got.
Absolutely. We got to see Sean
technically, we already got it.
Something's better than nothing.
We got that on the tension stream. I'm just saying, technically, we already got it.
Yeah, but ultimately, look at Sean himself.
There's nothing wrong with the content
because of No Man's Sky. Like, I hate Xbox. Like, everything about Microsoft and stuff, but I watched it just because No Man's Sky was
sure. Yeah. But the Simtex, your point's certainly not lost on anybody. The content that they shared was perfectly fine. I think it was great content. The video needed to get out there. My only complaint is that probably wasn't the avenue to get it out there.
But another thing that we can all take from this BW,
they could have put it on their website.
Speaking directly in response to that, the one thing that we should definitely all be taking from both of these times that we've shown Sean, it's more than we've seen him in the last 2 years put together.
You're not wrong.
More importantly, is he is so incredibly he's so confident. You can see that in his body language. You can see it in the excitement in what he's saying. And that is the message we should be putting out there, is that he's this confident in what he's got, and so should we be. We should have faith in the company that's bought us, something that we are so passionate about.
I mean, you're talking about us, though, Syntax. What about the new customer?
Yeah, exactly.
But that is not beautiful for me and you, though, BW, and for Cobra, and for anyone that makes content. Yeah, we get to show that new content. We get to put that across. You know what I mean? That's important. That's a beautiful thing for them to do for us, the community.
No,
that supports the game.
We don't have that reach. I mean, even Cobra on his best days don't have that reach. Heck, me on my best day, when I had 6,000 people watching me play No Man's Sky, I don't have that reach. And here's the other thing too, Simtex, is you're forgetting about this too, is that very rarely do we get any kind of support as content creators for No Man's Sky. So how are we being commissioned to do this job with zero support?
I didn't say commission.
Well, you're saying it's on us.
No, what I'm saying is ultimately this gives us a leg up, because if the content is half as good as we expect it to be, or half as good that we speculate to be clearer it to be, then the game will speak for itself, and we are the ones that will bring that message to the masses, and that for us is incredible.
Well, the key word is casual players. Casual players. That's the key word. Casual players, not the hardcore. Casual.
Do you think that Hello will appear on Inside Xbox once Next releases for like a final advertisement or final pitch?
Oh, I don't know.
Actually, by that time, we should have a trailer and stuff. They really wouldn't need to. To be honest,
What if we get the update?
This is probably their last chance on Inside Xbox.
Yeah, that was today. The
As
update
far
comes out in
as
2
like the
weeks.
new gamers and stuff, I think that's what the trailer is going to give them too. Like what they showed today was for people that knew nothing about the game, and the trailer is going to be for the people that know a little bit about the game and they're still on the fence of what they want to get.
Cobra, what's your
if they
take?
want to buy it.
I think they're going to goof up. We're going to get the update before we get the trailer.
I mean, you know, that would be fun.
Wrong
I mean, you know, and by the way, and just so everybody knows, Simtex and I are both grown adults. I actually agree with him. He's not wrong. And, you know, sometimes I ask questions because I'm kind of interested in someone's opinion, not because I disagree with them.
Absolutely.
And, you know, and Simtex is not wrong here. Simtex is right that it has been the No Man's Sky community that has continued to push this game. If it weren't for Cobra and if it weren't for Alka,
turrets around your base would be a great
content creators who continue to come out and say, look, here it is. This is the update. I'm going to go play it, go check it out. If we weren't in the trenches every day, keeping contact and playing the community management role on Hello Games' behalf, which is what we're doing. I'm sorry, but it's true. That's what we're doing. If we weren't doing that, I don't think No Man's Sky would still be here today.
It would have sputtered
being
out.
honest.
It wouldn't have.
No, we are the leaders of this community, and they are more than aware of that. And when this game comes out, everybody is going to be like swarming our channels just to see what we know. They're just to be a part of something that they don't understand. We don't even understand.
But I think they are missing. They are, you know, even if every one of us, you know, streams 24/7 when next launches, they're missing a large segment of people that don't watch YouTube. There's a lot that don't watch Mitcher, that don't like watching other people play video games. There's a lot of people that don't.
It isn't just going to be us, Mike. And I think that's probably something that a lot of us forget, is it isn't just going to be us that's speaking about it. It's all of the big gaming news networks. People like those.
Yeah, Kotaku, IGN, GameSpot.
Yeah, you know,
I mean, I don't know if I want to
the no. You know, the no.
Oh, boy.
We have the advantage of being the people that, if you go back and look at it, that we've been there from the start.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
advantage.
The big mistake Hello Games made was they allowed the major games media to control their message. That's where they went wrong.
Right.
So I don't
control
think,
that.
I do not think that we should be going back to major games media, and I don't think that Hello Games should be relying on them to spread the good word. No. Only Pretty Good Gaming, and they're not even that major, but they're definitely. I think they're over like 300,000 subs right now on YouTube. They're fantastic.
Yes, yeah,
they
awesome.
had a great discussion about No Man's Sky Next. They're the only ones though.
I agree.
Well, that's
Richard,
I mean,
thank you so much for the
and
donation and the super
everybody
chat,
else,
Richard. Thank you, buddy. Sorry, Taco. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying that's the difference between us and all of the major game things, is that we are real. We're not somebody getting paid to like make a review on a game. We legitimately love this game for what it is. We love the community, and we're out here trying to show it to people. And that's
what you get.
Like good example, on Twitch right now, there's 20 streamers right now, and then most of the people are like 0 to 1 people watching stream right now, except for Bruce Cooper. But right now, there's 20 streamers right now, and the average is 1 or 2 people watching the stream, except for Bruce Cooper. But yeah, 20 streamers right now.
How many does Bruce have?
73 right now.
72.
I think Hello Games realized the game that they have is a cult classic game. You know, they already know the game wasn't for everybody, and they know that they have a cult following. You know, the content I believe that they're making this stuff now is really more directed for us and what we really want and what we ask them. You know, what can we get from the game? I don't really think that Hello Games is even trying to push towards the whole gaming industry anymore. I think they're just trying to get new people to play their game. And for the people that's already playing their game, just saying, hey, we know that you still love our game, and this is what we're bringing to you. And we're also trying to get new people still, you know, to come to our game. They know they're not going to be no AAA breaking records, numbers type of game.
But it could be because it was. It could be because it was.
I agree. Yeah.
Cobra's not wrong on that. It was.
I'm saying that. I'm saying for what they have now.
There's a lot of
everything said that.
What they have now is their fault. What they have now is their fault. They shouldn't have ran Waken Titan ARG. They should have just did a hard campaign for this game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
Cobra's not wrong.
For better or worse, though, No Man's Sky is a household name.
Let me second Cobra. What he just said right
now
there
the way
is
it needs to
is
be.
dead
Don't say
on.
that, Cobra, because we really do not know what is coming next. So we don't know if this Waking Titan
know
will
next is
literally
coming
lead us into something crazy or not. We don't know. I agree that Waking Titan could have been bad if they don't do it right, but we don't know.
They either crash and burn twice, all right? They either crash and burn twice, or they hit it out of the park.
Yeah.
I
don't think so. I don't think
it's anywhere near what we think it's going to be.
Regardless,
then I will echo what I said previously, that the content itself will sell the game, and the people that have naysayed it for so long, their opinions will turn if the content and if the game is that good, and there is a resounding kind of uproar from the community about the excellence of that content. You know what I mean? Yes, that speculation, it is going to be that good, but ultimately, if that is the case, then that is going to carry the game into places that none of us can even imagine.
And this is true, and you're also touching on what Cobra said, and this is an amazing moment. Cobra and I agree. Once again, people think we're at odds. I'm like, no, I actually agree with Cobra more times than you guys think.
Yeah.
So the thing is that it captured, No Man's Sky captured the imaginations of millions.
Everybody.
He went on to the Late Show with Stephen Colbert and amazed an audience of millions when he did that. When was the last time a game developer went on the Late Show?
Right.
When?
But the the problems that they had. If you ask me, the real reason why we didn't get the game that we all expected, and
Raisin, you gotta let me finish, my man.
that flood.
You gotta let me finish, Raisin. Okay, you gotta let me finish. Okay, so real quick, please let me just finish this up real quick. All right. When was the last time we've seen a game developer on the Late Show? I can't never.
Yeah,
it's never happened. It was unprecedented. It was crazy and it was wild. And it's because No Man's Sky speaks to something that I think is in everyone. That sense of adventure, that sense of exploration. Yes, perhaps maybe a little indie studio was expecting to go live with 8,000 concurrent to 16,000 concurrent players. And those were their original estimates. They went live to 260,000 concurrent players. That's what they went live with. That is how amazing their vision is and was. It captures everybody. And so anybody who says that this was a niche game, it is not a niche game. It captured everybody's imagination. It got put out in places where even gamers were watching and going, what the heck is this? This is amazing. I want to play it. My dad wanted to play No Man's Sky, and he doesn't play anything. All right. So let me just. I'm serious though. It's
lightning in a bottle. That's what it is.
Hey, I'm going to tell you guys, it doesn't matter to me.
It might have been a niche idea. At least they thought it might be niche, but it ended up speaking to so many people in a different way. And I really do think No Man's Sky has the potential, has unlimited potential, to really attract a near global audience.
In Sean Murray's words himself on the initial Xbox Insider interview, he said, everyone saw the potential in this game, and that's something I'm very excited to bring to everyone. And I think that ultimately is something that we all need to keep very clear in our minds, because this is exciting. This is a time for us to be positive, to push this forward, and to reach out to those that maybe the Xbox Inside interview couldn't reach. And it's our voices that are going to do that. So let's be responsible in what we carry forward and make sure that we show everyone else the vision of this community and what everyone's worked so incredibly hard for, especially Cobra. Shout out to you, because you've pushed this community very, very far, and yourself, DM21, and anyone who's had a voice. Let's keep that vision and that kind of, face to everyone else there as a community, that other communities should follow.
Not only just me and not only just us larger streamers, but every one of those other channels out there that only get 1 or 2 viewers sometimes, or 10 viewers, those guys too, they get up there every day, they don't get discouraged by the low view count, and I try my hardest to make sure that we all connect as a constellation and try and subscribe to each other to discover new content, new No Man's Sky creators out there. You know, those guys too, I have a lot more respect for those guys than I do myself. Because, you know, they're out there fighting a good fight. You know, they're not getting discouraged, and they're trying really hard every single day, and it's amazing. So I give a lot of credit to those guys.
Because I can tell you right now, my mama is definitely getting tired of watching my stream. Because she. That's about the one view I usually get to my mom, so that's about it.
What kind of planet we going today?
Everybody needs to seriously keep.
Of course, my mom will watch my streams.
Oh, my wife doesn't watch me.
I'd like to pose a quick question to everyone, just really quickly, yeah? Like 72 hours ago, could anyone imagine this conversation taking place with the people that are having this conversation right now? The answer to that, quite plainly, is no, and that is what today's Xbox Inside thing did. It's created this conversation, and I think that in and of itself is an amazing thing. Just got to be massive.
Yeah, I guess there is no such thing as bad publicity. Yeah,
you're right, man. I love you.
Well, you know, even though
I gotta tell you guys, man, there's one thing. There's one thing that everybody seems to overlook with the foreshadow of next, and that's the simple fact that this is not the end of what is to come for No Man's Sky.
No, not at all.
It's just the beginning.
It is the next step.
Yeah, it's just.
And we don't really know what's coming. We don't know what's coming with next, let alone what is coming beyond. This
still, this has to be successful. Money's still got to keep going in.
Yes,
so
this is a game that we have a really long period, like, to continue with. They don't need to make a No Man's Sky 2. They could just pop out an update and there you go. We don't know what
I have a question.
Coming.
I have a question. It came up from someone on Twitter to me today, and you know, basically they were saying, you know, if someone doesn't like the game as it is now, there's people out there that dislike the game as it is as it exists after Atlas Rises. Do you think what they get in next will change their mind? If someone doesn't like the game today,
a lot of
for them, is it Call of Duty in space or is it not?
Well, I don't think anybody was looking for Call of Duty in space.
I don't think so either. Not even nobody even liked Call of Duty in
nobody
space.
was even asking. I want to make sure that you guys understand that when we
Call of Duty in space.
Yeah, when No Man's
Sky. I sell video games, and that's all I hear is people saying, "I'm not getting my Call of Duty in space."
There's no way
I can't tell you how many times I've heard that, and
I don't think that. I don't ever remember seeing that. The thing is that when No Man's Sky dropped and everybody pre-ordered and bought it, they pre-ordered and bought it having heard Sean Murray's message, and they believed in Sean Murray's message, and they bought it. And whether they hyperinflated their own expectations, really with a game like this, it excites your own imagination because it's like you don't know what you're going to find, right? Well, go look. And you know, it's really easy to excite people's imaginations. They got obsessed with the dream. And when they felt that the dream wasn't alive in the game, that's when they got mad. And that's when they left. And that's when they got angry. They didn't get angry because they thought the game was a bad idea from beginning to end. They got mad because the game wasn't what they imagined it to be, whether those were appropriate expectations or not. So the dream for No Man's Sky
and conjecture turned into expectation, and
exactly. And the thing is that it's that love of exploration. And so if they can deliver, and this is what I said, it's like you'll know No Man's Sky is successful when you're getting ready to leave a planet and you stop and you say, "Damn, do I really want to leave this place and go to another system and move on?" Or
but I get that now.
Can I just?
I love the game now.
But for those who really follow Hello Games and the development of this game, the whole debacle at the beginning when they first released, that really wasn't Hello Games' fault. that was more, if you ask me, on PlayStation's fault, because when they had that flood and they went to PlayStation and say, "Hey, look, we're not going to be ready for this date, and I know we've delayed, but we cannot be ready for this date, so we're going to have to delay again." I think PlayStation told them, "Hey, look, just give us what you got, and we'll just deal with it then." And when PlayStation said that, and they gave them what they had, and they put it out, PlayStation basically threw it off on them. Was like, "Well, you know, we kind of sorry about this, but we thought it was ready and stuff. You know, we said we was backing them this and the third." But see, the thing is, your deadline wasn't good enough for them because they had an unexpected error. You know, like the whole thing that happened, like what we have now, I truly firmly believe is what they were gonna put out.
You mean next or what we have now?
What we have now, I think.
I think both.
Actually, I really think next is actually going to be the full version of what we were supposed to have had. I think
correct. Yeah,
because didn't Sean Murray say
we're still missing a lot of people?
If people were saying we're going to get what it should have been like, no, I've got to step in there, because it was the people's expectations and speculations of what they were going to get, not what they were told they were going to get.
No, I don't think that I'm going to have to disagree with that just a little bit, Sam. And the reason why is because what people didn't listen to was Sean Murray in 2014 saying that not a lot of things are possible in No Man's Sky, but not everything will be possible when it ships.
Exactly.
He also said that towards the end of the development cycle.
Yeah, but you can't blame someone that
right.
saw something in 2016 for not remembering something from 2 years ago. So let's be honest, they could have been a little bit more clear.
They should have. But remember, this is a game company that made Joe Danger, and they had a game that went viral, and they really didn't know how to handle it. They had several different PR guys, but none of them did their job right, in my opinion. True. So, here we are. They're going through development, explaining what No Man's Sky is, not what it's going to be at launch, because they probably felt, okay, well, we said it's not going to be already, once or twice already. So, but they should have said that more. But that's one of the reasons why. Yes, everybody had a lot of speculation, but the list of things that people said weren't in the game, those were actual things that Sean Murray did say that weren't in the game. But you can't say he lied, because in the very beginning of it, he said it wasn't going to be done. So, I mean, you maybe that's even how they got out of the AMA investigation. I don't know.
Yeah.
The thing is that we don't know what was lost when they had that flood.
Correct.
The stuff that they said that was going to be in the game, that could have been the stuff that was lost, and they had to re-put it back into the game with the updates.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
This is just my opinion. It's just my opinion, but Sean Murray seems way more confident now than he did back when he announced the game. Like he always kind of felt reluctant, like you know what I mean. And now he just seems way more confident, way more happy. He said, we want to take a year, make the game we wanted to make."
Yeah, well, the problem is the problem that he had in that he truly believed that anytime that he got up on stage, he was extremely nervous, because it is hard to show and advertise a procedural generated game that is never the same twice, ever. He's always been extremely nervous about that.
The Ballistic Cola, there's a No Man's Sky community member, and he shared a video, I think yesterday or today. And look him up, Ballistic Cola. He shared a video called "The Countdown to Next: 16 Days to Go. How does No Man's Sky work?" And I'm just pointing back real quick to what Syntax said. There are things shown in that very old footage from a long, long time ago that are still not in the game.
Right.
So I do want to be fair to the critics and that say, hey, we still don't have these things.
Sandworms. Sandworms.
And there was a lot more to that photo. and by the way, that was a cobra. Okay, that was a giant cobra, and we're going to name it Cobra TV. All right, it's not a worm, but the thing is that
you just started something, man.
That were shown at E3. There are things that were shown at E3 that we still don't have. There's the faction warfare that we were supposed to have that we still don't have. And so, I think it's unfair to the critics to claim that they had their warped expectations. Now, I agree with
However,
Cobra
what I would
in
like to
saying
say is
that.
an important
I
point,
agree with
BW,
Cobra
is
in saying
other
that.
games do this also. Other games publicize their stuff with CGI trailers where we
Oh, of
don't see those
course. And
things
I
in
think-
those trailers. But no, there wasn't anywhere
Yeah.
near as much of an uproar against those games as there was.
The problem was is that it was a significant amount of missing content at launch. And look, I'm a fan of the game. I love the game, but
It was that
I had to be balanced here. It was missing too much. It wasn't like it was missing a feature or two, or that was in the trailer for Rogue One where the TIE fighter comes down on the bridge, but it wasn't in launch. You know, when the movie came out, what happened there, right? It wasn't like that little difference. It was.
Guys, I can't concentrate. All I see is a giant sandworm with Cobra's face just kind of going over the hill.
And that's because that is Cobra. But and by the way, I need a walrus put in the game. Hello, yeah. We got the Cobra. Can we get a walrus on a bicycle, please? Now, the thing is that there was just a little too much missing.
Well, okay. Let me ask you this.
Honestly, though, it was that one Twitter. It was that one Twitter that went out where the two people met 2 days after launch, and that went viral to the media. And that one tweet killed the game. I'm gonna be honest. That's what started all the.
It was also the Reddit
thing.
posts after that.
Guys, I gotta head out. I gotta work tomorrow. I got another long shift.
All right, buddy.
I love you guys.
Love you too, buddy. Take care, man.
Hey, Cobra, thanks for having me. Everybody, Drunken Taco. If you know me, you know me. If you don't, good luck. But I gotta head out.
All right, buddy. Take care, man. Take care. So I would like to throw a question out to you guys. Would you trade those early footage for what you see now in the game? Because I really think that what we see now in the game looks way better. Now the animal behavior, I would like to see that in the game. From the trailers, but as far as
I would trade.
Why?
No. I would trade.
Not after being on.
I mean, you saw the video, and we did an in-depth analysis. We did an in-depth analysis of some of the stuff that we were seeing in some of the landscapes, like the desert planet that we still don't have, and the animal behavior. And the way that the ship combat looked and moved, and the faction warfare that he showed off, and sort of this idea of an ever-evolving and emerging universe, we're not quite there yet. I think I like the idea of the ever-evolving, immersive universe where animals would behave, and you can actually see an animal kingdom at work and see the circle of life. We don't have that. And
we are getting closer, though. In fairness,
we are. But to answer Cobra's point, I would trade what we have for what we saw, because that was what we fell in love with.
Okay, to pose a question similar to Cobra's, do you not feel that if the game released in its state, like as it is today, not next, but as it is right now, the version we are all playing today, if it launched like that, do you feel there would have been as much of an uproar as there was?
No.
No, because right now, when those two people went to the same spot on the same planet, they at least would have saw orbs, and it would have been something,
Exactly, it would have been something.
I honestly probably wouldn't have played it.
I wouldn't trade any of the footage from day one to now, just for the simple fact we wouldn't have been able to see the improvement. I like to see the improvements that we have from day one to now.
Like how far we've come.
They're doing what they said they were going to do. They were going to make the update. They were going to improve. They were going to make things better.
Yep.
I definitely wouldn't trade any of the memories I have of the 1.0 stuff.
Yeah, because there was no base building in those trailers back then, and I kind of like the base building right now.
Base building is great. That's a great feature, but the thing is
real quick, guys, check your mic, make sure it's all the way plugged in. We're getting
that's Kongag.
That's Konga G. Also, Cobra.
Yeah, buddy.
A few things. First off, I believe this is Helpia Collections, not entirely sure, but HCon Games in the public chat sent a couple pictures of a tinfoil crown for you.
Ooh, Helpia, yes.
Tinfoil crown.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Thank you, Helpia. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see it. She said she tweeted it at me.
Number 2?
Yes.
Just don't wear it, because apparently, tinfoil really hurt my head the one time I put it on. I was like, whoa, holy crap.
Helpia Collection came up with a really awesome name. I may not have, but she made a really great poster about Netsmith Eve.
Nextmas.
Yes,
we need to create a little song for that.
She made a Christmas card for it, and it was really hilarious. So it was awesome.
Awesome, very awesome.
Also, number 2 is we are 12:21 after midnight.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna probably.
Before.
Don't ruin it for us. Let's keep going.
Well, we're gonna jump into the Atlas room here for a second. A lot of people have left, so it's not going to be entirely too crazy in there. But it is it does get a little bit crazy, and it's pretty much every man for himself. So when we get in there, it's probably going to wrap up the show. Yeah. So.
So one last thing then.
Sure.
The trivia question.
Yes.
Did we get enough submissions?
I believe so, but just in case, I haven't checked my other account because I'm on Relay right now. But the trivia question was, what did I name my ship in Revenge of the Survivor? Don't. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
You're not supposed
I
to
didn't
say
hear.
Who did that?
Who did that?
Hear anything? Oh my god! Well, like I said, I can't even remember that far back. So you know it wasn't.
Well, anyways, all right. So the first 16 people who messaged that, you're in the race to win the No Man's Sky press kit. No, 15. Sorry, 15. All right. I do want to thank you so much, BW, for coming by, man. It's so much fun having you on.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for having me.
You're always welcome to come by, dude. I'll always throw you on the show. You know, I've said that every time you've been on. So if you ever want to jump in the show, just just show up.
No,
Okay.
I thought it was badass that I could speak to my twin.
Hey, Vargul, it was nice to meet you. I didn't know I had a twin.
Good conversation.
Neither did I.
You guys sound like you're using different mics, but it's the same person. It's like BW's going back and forth between two mics, just fooling me.
I'm telling you.
Right. We thought Simtex was Sean Murray for a while, so things happen.
I mean, I thought Unit Z was Simtech. Oh, it was Sean Murray for a while too. So I mean, like.
Also, Bicycle Walrus, aka TM21.
Just saying.
What was that?
Bicycle Walrus, I want to talk to you about something.
Sure.
We have a No Man's Sky webcon coming up on the 22nd. Are you interested in joining the festivities?
The 22nd.
22nd. That's a Sunday.
2 days before launch. I'm going to be hibernating for the 24th. No, DM me for the DM me. I'm not going to sleep once next comes out. You forget out your damn mind. And not only that, I realized I was rude to Cobra. I didn't realize how rude I was to Cobra a year ago, and I feel bad as I heard about it. And I was like, "Oh no, I did that. I'm an idiot."
What?
But it was the No Man's Sky Day thing. Apparently, I was just so happy and excited to play Atlas Rise that we were trying to do this thing where we would raid each other, and I just played and streamed like an idiot. But anyways,
is there a schedule yet?
I didn't notice a single change in what was going on, so I didn't even know about that.
All right, good.
Wait, do we have a schedule? Yeah, because someone else just asked that.
What?
Is there a schedule for the con?
Oh, I'm getting it set up. So,
cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, feel free to DM me that Snow or Cobra, and I'll take a look at it and see because that's the last weekend. I'm a little concerned Waken Titan might be popping off on Sunday.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'll be good. That'll add to the show.
That's what's on my agenda.
We'll get another email.
Hey, BW man, save me as a friend. I wouldn't mind, joining you on your show, talking about some No Man's Sky or any other games as well. So like, I'm a fan. I watch you. So
all right, thank you very much.
It's nice to join up.
All righty, sir.
All right, guys.
Hey, Cobra, real quick before we end the show, earlier I asked people to give their taglines for No Man's Sky, so I want to read a couple of those real quick.
Okay.
We got No Man's Sky, find yourself. No Man's Sky, massive, just one word, massive. No Man's Sky, our universe awaits you. No Man's Sky, giving you a real life. No Man's Sky, No Man's Sky, give us ship design and customization. Damn it. No Man's Sky forever. No Man's Sky, everyone's space.
Don't forget
No Man's Sky.
Don't forget Mega. No Man's Sky Mega. Make Euclid great again.
Yeah, that one. No Man's Sky, F planets up. No Man's Sky, travel together. Just massive, Dragonfly. And then one of my favorites, No Man's Sky, the Bob Ross of video gaming. Tagline. So there you go, guys.
There is a Bob Ross of No Man's Sky. That's game mode. If you guys don't know who game mode is, go check that guy
game
out.
Mode. I love game mode.
He is Bob Ross of No Man's Sky.
Hello, this is
that guy is so happy. Like, you cannot watch one of these things without smiling.
But you have to realise, everyone, about game mode. At the moment, its intro is, "Hi, my name's Steve, and you are
my friend."
As soon as that update drops, it's going to change to, "Hi, my name's Steve, and you better run."
His personality just switches like, yeah. Man, I love that guy.
All right, we're going to go into the Atlas room, guys. I love you all. I probably won't be able to hear you after this, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Bye, BW. Thank you, buddy.
Cobra. Yeah, thank you, Cobra.
See you, everybody.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, guys. I'll see you over in the Atlas room.
Hashtag love Hello Game.
Here it comes.
And we are.
Yay! What's up?
I was expecting some more hype.
We are in the Atlas room. What is going on, guys?
This is
all right.
The chat's really just like doubled.
No, to really medicate.
Ronk, what happened to you, buddy? I added you onto the show.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I've been around. Like, the first time I didn't even know it was on the show. I'm like, all right, so this is how it went. I went mute myself. I went to go eat some food, right? I come back up here thinking I'm probably still in the Atlas thing. I unmute myself. I hear you talking. I'm like, what? And I go checking around. Like, what am I doing in this the subcast chat? I'm not even like unmuted or nothing. And then I'm like, I felt weird to talk. So I'm like, I'm gonna go back to the Atlas room. And then you brought me back in, but still I never said anything. So I mean, I don't know.
Why would you leave?
It was hard because there were so many people talking. So every time I would invite somebody and get ready to introduce them, somebody else would have like this lengthy conversation starting.
In a space station.
Yeah.
And I'm
looking
like,
out.
Okay,
It's
all
just
right.
the United States of
Are
America.
we still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
Okay. I didn't know.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Doing great, man. Doing great, buddy.
Doing great. But yeah, I'm doing all right, Cobra.
Are people cheering up a little bit after the mess today? Is everybody?
I was never upset about it. I said yesterday on Reddit that if I just see Sean Murray come on that stage one more time, I'll be happy, and he did. So
I mean, how can you be upset when you know Next is coming in less than like 2 weeks? I mean,
He kind of looked a little anxious.
Yeah, like he's a little bit tired or something. Like it like that video was like the last thing he had to send in to Microsoft before he's about to call it a day. You know, after a long day of coding or something like.
No,
yeah.
Go back and watch it.
He's trying to make sure my save file works right now.
Go back and watch it and keep it in the back of your mind. Go back and watch it. Keep it in the back of your mind that he knows what he's about to release. He knows that there's going to be a lot of upset people.
He probably just wanted to get the game out.
Yeah.
He wanted to get the game out and ready. And
he looked like, here we go again. And he also looked like, I got a winning hand in poker.
That's why. That's why he started off. That's why he started off with guys that we're going to be releasing more soon.
Last time, but
yeah. I'll say this: what they did.
He's confident about this. He's
Yeah.
definitely confident about this because he even said to himself, like, they're finally at a point where he can be satisfied with the game. I think he was basically saying, okay, you know all the info we lost from the flood? We back to where we was then, and now we can start giving you what we really want to do.
Yeah.
They put Massive on the box. I mean, come on. Come on. They put Massive on the freaking box.
Only thing I wanted to say, I understand what people are saying. What they did was good, but I kind of think like they could have shown that a little bit because he pretty much did the same thing he did on the last show, which was go over what's new. Instead, this time it was a video. So
it wasn't even what's new. It wasn't what's new.
No, I'm not saying it was. I said, yeah, I'm saying what was
over old news.
What they added.
Yeah. If I was Sean Murray, because I'm a big troll, I would be like, yo, lower your expectations. It's not gonna be nothing fancy. And then it drops and was like, whoa. The
either way, it's 2 weeks. So I was a little bit bummed at first, but it's 2 weeks.
I can imagine my arms start rattling and shaking once I get halfway through the page because it's going to be so much to read.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, this is so much.
You think we might get a trailer this weekend, Cobra?
I think so.
No, next week probably.
I agree with next week. Next week.
I'm thinking, but I think it'll be right before launch. If anything.
I don't care about the trailer, guys. It's coming in 2 weeks. I mean, come on, it's coming in 2 weeks. I'm excited for that.
There was that one series. There's that one series of trailers that came out, and it was like trader, fighter, or like scientist, and like before the launch, like the same day. So I think it's gonna be the same.
Yeah. I don't know. I still think they're going to confuse some people when because I just went on 10 Set Week Game to see that live stream, and they just showed the Atlas Rises trailer. So that might kind of confuse some people that are new to the game.
If they buy it off the Atlas Titan, they're gonna enjoy.
Yeah.
If Atlas Rises is enough for them, then I'm sure they're going to be fine.
Do you guys think that Next is going to be on the disc when they get Xbox?
No,
I don't think so.
That'd be like an update.
I think there's going to be. Look. I'm calling it right now.
Look what the box said, though. Look what the box said. It said it was on it. It
didn't say it was on it. No, it didn't say it was on it.
But maybe you have to be activated by a tiny little file.
Like it's going to have an automatic update. No, it's just going to have an automatic update.
It's all there.
I guess we'll see.
Activated until the code is put in.
So if I buy an Xbox and the Xbox version,
next the update, not next.
And day one, I plug it in, and I don't go on the internet, and I play it. Am I playing Atlas Rises? Do you think?
Yeah.
No, you probably have to go online in order to start it up, and it won't be able to log on until the servers are ready to go on. So you can install it, you can put in, start it up, but it goes to a menu, and you won't be able to continue until the day it's supposed to release.
Yeah,
I'm saying on release day. If
here's
I buy
the funny thing:
you have to connect to the
but I don't have internet access.
So, I knew they weren't going to show a trailer when they were being really secretive, even with the back of the box art, which is kind of funny because, pretty soon we're going to be able to see what it looks like, because we have a lot of people we know that's at GameStop, and it's not that hard to taking a photo of the back of a copy,
They're not going to reveal too much on the back of the copy.
No, I know, but I still thought it was funny that they pixelated the back of the box art when we know within a week that we're going to be able to actually see that because someone's going to.
That could be Element 6.
I think it's actually really good that the hype is just now, like, cultivating instead of, like, when it first came out. It was, like, 2 weeks before everyone was just dying. Well, it is 2 weeks, but, like, everyone's still calmed and ready to have lower expectations. Like,
I'm not.
Well, I'm not falling down that pit again.
I thought the game delivered when it first came out. Like, I was like, yo, this is amazing. When it first came out, playing vanilla for like 3 months, I didn't realize it.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. And then I realized I didn't have all these 3 updates that came out. I'm like, whoa, this is too much. Slow down, Sean.
I platinumed the whole vanilla, so yeah, I loved it.
So I will not be disappointed.
The first week I platinum. First week I platinum. Yeah.
I really think that's why I really, I said it earlier. I think that people that don't like the game now, even with nets, probably aren't going to be the right people to play the game. And I think we need to find more people that are like-minded like us that can have a little bit more imagination and a little bit more. That's the player for this game. And
but just to let you know, actually, No Man's Sky is the only game I've ever platinum too.
Yeah, I know. I never really gamed it for years since I was a kid, and then I picked up this game, and it got me into live streaming and into gaming. And there's not much else that other games I've played for a day or two, and I have not found anything else that I enjoy like No Man's Sky. So.
And with all these multiplayer elements being brought into it, it's going to bring in more people from, that have different perspectives. They're like, I don't want a chilled out experience. I want to be able to, do PvP or go on quests or team up with my buddies. You're going to have those people come in because now you can hopefully do these things. You know what I mean? So it's definitely going to bring more people into the fold, I think.
If you don't want me at my worst,
Did Cobra leave?
No, I'm right here.
You haven't heard it.
I got to address the elephant in the room.
He's taking
He's eating cereal. He's just looking at his new computer, he's just like petting his new computer. He's like, my precious. That's what I would be doing if I had that thing. Be like, oh yeah.
Not Cobra, one problem this entire stream. Like as far as technological, I still have to get a lot of stuff updated on this thing. You know, a lot of graphics and
I
things.
just hear like in and outs.
Yeah. I believe in you, Cobra. I believe it.
But as far as technical difficulties, not one technical difficulty.
Ran smooth as butter. I like it.
Yeah.
Not a hiccup.
Someone I know. I can't say who they are, but someone I know from GameStop just said that when they get the copies, which should be like I think they're gonna get it next week on Thursday or Wednesday, and they're gonna take a photo of the back of the
much
of the box art.
I can guarantee you that the trailer will be released before then, because Sean Murray knows that we're gonna leak the cover.
I'm not gonna look at the cover, guys. I'm not looking. Probably gonna watch the trailer.
I love spoilers.
I'm hopping in.
How much is it gonna cost on the Xbox?
$50.
It's $50.
Here you
plus
can get
tax, so probably like $56.
Okay, this is going to be way left field, but who is PHOOL? And that picture you have, I'm sorry, but every time I look at it, I'm seeing boobs.
It's my band's logo. And yeah, it sort of is boobs.
Great. That is a great logo. I knew it.
My band is called Whiskey for the Lady, if you want to check us out.
It's like a really distorted.
Send me a link, please, because I just
looks like a panda face.
If you have a T-shirt, I want the T-shirt.
Yeah,
please.
we have all kinds of merch, dude. We got stickers, magnets, whatever you want. Shirts.
I love that logo.
2 albums.
I know exactly what you was doing when I saw
I have it tattooed on my arm.
Send me a link too. It's a really dehydrated.
It's Whiskey for the Lady. If you just Google Whiskey for the Lady, you will find us.
Oh
It's
yes,
really-
I can't wait.
Amazing.
It's really
music.
dehydrated
Amazing-
Wu-Tang Clan.
amazing
Come up.
music.
Because I'm definitely going. I keep going through like the list and see.
Here,
who's
I'll
gonna
get in the
talk, and
chat.
I just keep going to that doggone picture. Like I know those are.
I'll get in the chat as Whiskey for the Lady real quick.
You know how to trap Raging Bull.
Just Sean Murray put those on the box art. Yeah, you'll get people to buy it. There you go.
There we go. Just need boobs in No Man's Sky, of course.
Hey, Sean.
My
Oh my
dream. Boobs in No Man's Sky.
Cobra.
Yeah,
This
buddy.
stream took a turn.
I got two things to tell you, then I have two questions.
Okay.
One thing is, I don't know what's up with me, but every time I try to say your name, I say someone else's. Today I've said Trump twice, and then I almost called you Sean just a second ago.
Let me tell you something a little weird about Donald Trump. Facebook thinks I am Donald Trump. No, I'm dead serious. Look at go to my Facebook page and look at like.
We had a quite interesting conversation in the Atlas chat.
Hold on, listen.
I'm wondering how close we are with our speculations.
Well,
Okay,
hold on,
Cobra, I'm
hold
on
on,
your
hold
Facebook
on.
page.
Just listen. Go to my Facebook page.
Is
and
Cobra on you?
Wait, let him talk.
Go to my Facebook page and look at the pictures of me.
Cobra,
and-
say something.
Hi. That's him talking.
My God, you guys!
What in the world's going on? What in the world's going on?
All right, hold on. Well, I'm on your page.
Go to the pictures.
where do I-
Go to like the pictures of me and look at all the Donald Trump pictures. Facebook.
What the heck?
Listen. Facebook. If you go to the face. It'll say my name on there. On Donald Trump's face. Facebook thinks I'm Donald Trump.
Oh my God.
What are you all guys checking out?
I knew it. You were the real
Cobra,
Trump.
I'm on your.
No Man's Sky is going to be huge, okay?
It's gonna be huge. You're gonna love it. We will build a wall around our base.
We're going to build a wall
Keep out the
around
gags.
Euclid.
Keep out all the
Mega.
gags.
Make Euclid great again.
I hate the gag, but
We will make No Man's Sky great again. That's funny, man. That made my night.
They're bringing too much Gex.
So what's the conspiracy? What's the conspiracy?
Huh?
Someone said they had conspiracy about me. What's the
you
conspiracy?
can just call me Geck Charming.
When I mentioned Trump, somebody said they had conspiracy about me and they wondered how much of it was true.
Where's Taco? He's always in the conspiracies.
Right.
Okay, so I guess the person who brought that up is gone or can't hear me.
They left.
They must have left.
They're like, they're on to me. I'm out.
And anyway,
ghost.
Cobra, now I gotta ask you my two questions. One question, I want to get this one over this because this is easier. Have you looked at the link I sent you?
Not yet. No.
Oh, that's a link up to the website of the new hub I'm developing.
Ooh, sweet.
Dude,
Okay.
why does Cobra sound like a traveler? He's like
Yeah, you sound like totally distorted. What's happening?
Do I sound distorted, Ron?
Oh, he sounds like a broken Corvette.
No, it's somebody else.
Not.
Yeah, he does.
You're clear to me.
You sound like a sandworm to me. I mean, I know who you are.
Yeah, he's clear on my end.
I wish I had a voice changer, man, so I could come on and prank you guys.
Question number 2. You guys were.
Robert in the chat is asking if I still have that interview with the team member at Hello Games. Yes, I do, but they're saying that I can't do the interview until after the 24th.
Oh.
So,
I know who it is.
oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Who are you
You
going to
can still
interview?
do it?
It's not Sean Murray. Yeah, I'm still going to do it, of course.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there he is.
Is this someone from Hello Games? That's cool.
I hope it's what's her name? Is it Hazel? I think her name is.
His.
I cannot hear him.
Use the right pronoun.
The right.
Love me some Hazel.
He is such a cutie. Oh my God.
His name used to be Hazel. It's now Inez, or I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Inez or Inez.
You're gonna make them mad. You better be quiet. They're not gonna come in. They're not gonna do interview.
Yeah, Cobra, don't ruin it.
How am I ruining it? Because I'm mispronouncing his name.
Yeah. He's brutal, man.
I mispronounce everybody's name. I mispronounce everybody's name.
Not mine.
I'm talking about the female developer they have. Wasn't her name Hazel?
Well, no, that's it was, but Hazel is now Inez. Inez,
Right.
and Inez, it's a him.
Scale in the chat.
Wait.
Cobra.
Wait.
And
Cobra, can I ask you?
He's legit, man. Inez is like straight legit.
Yes, I think
Cobra, can I ask?
Raging Bull's a little confused.
Definitely confused.
Well, he's a flat earth.
2018, man. It's 2018.
Have you ever heard of Sex
Look,
Chain?
No Man's Sky is probably one of the most progressive games.
So
Why-
wait, no, that's no
why-
saying. They
why
had the
does-
transformation.
Yeah, but why does it surprise anyone that anyone working there wouldn't be incredibly forward thinking? It makes sense.
I don't see any big deal.
No,
Good
it's
for
not.
them.
No, it's just like I'm.
What's up with it?
It's important. I know Inez has actually spoken out a lot. Inez did
Bro, he sounds like a broken Corvette to me.
But I'm not.
It was to me too, but then I put my phone off Wi-Fi, and he was crystal clear immediately.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
he sounds fine, guys.
all right. So listen. It's important to him because he did a speech at some conference, and he said it bothered him a lot that people were still calling him her. So whenever somebody brings up Hazel, I try my best to try to because it's important to me how other people feel.
Yeah,
It's all about respect. It's all about respect.
Exactly, respect. Yes. It's not about being forced to do it. It's just trying to just be trying to respect.
Cobra, can I ask you one question?
Yeah, buddy.
You cannot.
Yeah.
It's a theory I have. Ever since I saw the transcript from the latest audio file, it says talks about sun glare causing eruptions. That made me think about. That makes me think about asteroids. Like asteroids having jet streams from ice because it gets too close to the sun, which also indicates there will be actual sun instead of a lamp at the far end of the solar system, which means there should also be planets rotating around said sun.
Yes, preach.
What do you think about that theory?
Ooh, that's a good theory.
Dude, it's not that
Maybe
far
we
off.
could actually crash into the sun now.
Yeah.
This time,
Why do you want to do that?
2 freaking hours for nothing. The first thing I got this game.
We both tried it.
The first thing I got this game when I first went to space, I keep on flying to the sun, and I'm like, it's been 2 hours later. I'm like, why am I not there yet?
You're not wrong about the crashing in the sun. I literally just tried it 2 days ago.
Right.
That's the first thing you guys are gonna do with everything that I gotta go to the sun. I gotta get there. I gotta see what's in there.
Oh wait, have you guys talked about? So I follow Rayrod a lot, and I just saw his new update that he just put. Well, it's not out yet for the public, but it's his immersion thing. But it had fully rendered planets.
Yeah,
it was like a forest biome, but there was beaches, and I'd never seen anything so amazing. From
he's a genius, dude.
It was crazy.
Freaking genius.
Yeah.
He's
Multiple biomes would be great.
Yeah.
But I think if Rayrod, he made it so everything on the planet, there was no pop-in time. It was just all generated. If he can do that, I think it's really possible that Hello Games can do that too.
Well, you can do it on a PC with a 1080 Ti, but you can't do it on a PlayStation 4. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Your crappy news. What's up, buddy? In the chat, I see you, bud. I see you. You're trying to get. You're trying to.
Wow, I thought you were like calling someone out there.
No.
Your crappy news. No.
No. Oh, God.
He changed his name to that after today.
He's like, notice.
What's the first thing you're gonna do when the update comes out, Cobra?
I'm just gonna get a big old group together, and we're just gonna see what happens, man. We're gonna do scientific experiments. We're gonna shoot each other in the faces. We're gonna see how
Cobra, are you playing on
respawning works.
Playing on PS4.
I'm gonna be doing both, but it's gonna be PS4 on launch day.
What's it gonna look like when your friends get in and out of the ships?
Exactly. I really hope there's animations for that. I hope we just don't pop in, pop out, or get thrown out in slow motion like we do now.
First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hop out of my ship
and
just
Hello Games probably thought about like they're definitely gonna test something like this, so we have to be ready.
Yeah.
on.
People can hate me, but I still believe that video they showed on Inside Xbox was probably some next gameplay in the background.
Nah.
No, that was old. That was old.
I don't
he
know
would
why
never
they-
show off anything new.
And the exosuit that's moving, they just did that with like.
Well, no, I know that.
Like stop motion stuff. Yeah. Just for scenery.
But think about it. There's the thing they showed off in the Inside Xbox, the first one, with
Like
the
the little
background.
robot
I know that's the
Yo, guys.
the E3 old build test, but
What's up, Rock?
it's the same.
I just got a chilling idea. So those ships we've been looking at, right? I think they're going to be used quite frequently. I think they're going to be used to get to the sun if the sun is a thing.
Why?
Because that's going to be faster travel.
Why do you want to go to the sun? What is the
Because there
fascination
might be
with
something
going to the sun?
There might be we want to crash into it.
It's gonna be Sean Murray sitting there like drinking a margarita with sunglasses on. The sun is like, yo, dog.
Can
how
you imagine?
doing?
Can you imagine the future when we actually get to have personal space travel ships? How many people are going to fly into the sun?
Oh my god!
Don't even tell me.
Like in real life. In real life.
Unlimited planets to go
Don't
to and
say
explore,
that.
and
We're
going
smarter
towards
than
the
that.
And we're going to a sun.
Yeah.
We're in an advanced race.
Are actually going
Yeah,
to.
we super advanced, like moth to flame.
I can just see people sitting there like with their eyes taped open, just like I gotta get there. I gotta get there. I can't sleep till I get there. I gotta see what's on the side.
Yeah, what's on it? You mean what's in it? 'Cause I'm sure you ain't
Yeah, I
getting
got
in it.
cracked up puppy open. It's Sunny D. I don't know. It's Sean Murray drinking Sunny D sponsor. I don't know.
We got sodas, purple stuff.
Now I'm hyped, man. Now I'm hyped. Sunny
You
D
watch
DLC.
Ronk finally make
Oh,
it
that's
to the
what's called
sunrise. He'll
seamless
fly
generation.
into it and
He
he'll
unlocks
realise
the
that
loop.
that's
Alright,
actually
Koba,
the center
Koba.
of the universe.
This is why I think that ship is going to be used so frequent. It's because if you're really listening, you know the sounds of when you're like in the Atlas station, I mean not Atlas station, the space station, you hear that weird space air condition noise?
Yeah.
Well, you're hearing that monitor thing talk to you, you know, in Element 5. While you're in it, it's talking about space while you're in it. So it's making me think you're already traveling inside that thing while it's talking to you. That's just a big speculation.
I like Cobra's response.
I'm gonna name my ship.
Foil hats.
I'm naming my ship Sunny D.
Foil.
Sunny D is a good name.
No shores.
Absolutely.
You might.
Sunny Shores.
You might be right, but I think primarily the big ship is going to be used to fight the new enemy. Probably something to do with
The enemy is the sun.
The Atlas.
The sun.
We have to figure. I think
the Atlas will be evil in next.
Yeah,
I think that we're going to have
Atlas is sort of
battle,
evil, yeah.
humanoid NPCs.
I'm thinking underground structures, guys. I've said it a million times. I'm the only one saying it.
And new buildings too,
You're
man.
not the only one saying it.
Dungeons
That fake
confirmed.
leak was about underground structures.
Dungeons.
The mole people. It's gotta be
confirmed.
The mole
There's gonna be
people.
hobbits popping out of holes. I don't know.
Dungeons confirmed, guys.
Also, new exotic resources confirmed, and I'm pretty sure you'll find at least one of them on giant asteroids traveling through the sun, which will be dangerous missions due to the jet streams shooting out of the asteroid when it's close to the sun.
Yeah. I have
that might be what the solar flare is.
I have a quick question for
glare, not flare, glare.
Do you think
and solar flare heats up the ice, and the ice erupts in real life.
Whatever we get, guys, it's going to be absolutely fantastic and mind blowing. And guys, we have 13 freaking days.
Amen. I mean, if all we get is multiplayer and carpets, we're still going to be ecstatic.
Yeah.
40
I have a quick question for anybody.
That's all I really want is the multiplayer. Now, like, they have enough for me that it's a good enough game that all I need to do is just be able to play with friends. That's it.
Yeah. Just being able to share the experience of discovery and exploration, like walking around on the planet, being able to see the same sunsets, the same sunrises, the same
kill each other.
That's gonna be
I can't wait for photo mode.
I just want to take selfies. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Selfies, yes.
Yes. Does anybody else play No Man's Sky with a PS Pro?
And Sunny D.
I do.
Does your PS Pro get loud? Because mine gets really loud when it plays No Man's Sky.
Well, you can
right now, and it's not really that loud at all.
I had to use
I might have to get. I'm probably gonna buy it. This is silly, but I'm probably gonna end up buying the Xbox One X just for No Man's Sky.
I had to Gorilla Glue my PlayStation down to stop it from levitating.
The noise from the PlayStation Pro is easy to fix. All you need to do is pop up the top lid and then clean up the fan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's videos online how to do
my
it.
PS4.
Thanks, man.
No. You pop up the top lid. There's 3 sections.
Yeah.
The top sections can be popped open.
You have a very attentive demeanor. No, I'm serious. It's like I'm listening to this guy like right now, and I don't know why.
You gotta do this now. It's life or death.
Sounds like he's a professional. I'm picturing him with like his
That's
finger.
the nice way to.
Yeah, he's like
he's very accentuating it.
So something I found on the PC version, guys, for all the PC players out there, if you go into the settings file, there's a setting in there for if you play on PC, there's a settings file. It's not in the settings in the game for HDR, and for some reason on everyone's save, it's defaulted on. And if HDR is turned on and you do not have an HDR display, colors look very muted. If you go in there and type in false, so that all of a sudden the colors are back to how they were pre-Atlas. The colors are really, really pop and they look incredible. It's really strange that it automatically defaults to true. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it more. It's very but it's odd that they default HDR on even for people that don't have a HDR monitor.
I can just see you going into like Walmart or GameStop and you're like ordering an Xbox One X and they're like, "What games you gonna play on this, bro?" And you're like, "No Man's Sky." Like what?
Only one.
Come again? No Man's Sky.
Do you remember when really strange that they left in the game is the no back button on portal addresses? Like, come on, bro.
Oh man, you know what I've always thought too? Why did they make R3 like zoom in instead of look behind you? You know, like, do you think they'll change that for next? It should be look behind you for battles and stuff. You need a rear view in the ship. I mean, I thought for sure
it'd be a lot
R3 was
easier
gonna be
for
rear
getting
view.
third person.
Well, that's why they have the arrows.
That's what they're gonna do. 'Cause they turned it into the zoom in, and I was like, man, it should be rear view.
Yeah.
First, they have to build the back part of the ship because on PC, when they hacked and put in the VR hack on the PC version, when you look around, look behind you, you only see the space.
That even would be fine, but
well,
I just was curious why they put a zoom in and not reverse look. That just was interesting to me.
Speaking
Well,
of,
it
it
looks
looks like
behind you in a spaceship. All
it
you
looks
see
like-
is ship.
it looks like you're flying half a beetle.
There's no
They
window
put in a
behind
rear
you.
view mirror, and you have to fly backwards into the sun to see what's actually there. You see a little Sunny D there in a blue skirt, like talking to Sean Murray. It's like, yo,
Why do you
He's
want
a
me to die in
genius.
the sun, dude?
Genius, I tell
you
you.
can only see it through reflection.
smart
It's like a
car driving
vampire. It doesn't
backwards
show
all
up.
day.
It's just Sean Murray.
I don't know what's going on, guys. I swear I'm not on
Are we
drugs.
getting gas giants? That's something that would be
When you get to
really
the sun-
crazy.
When you get to the sun, it's
There's
just
rumors and
Sean
beliefs of
Murray
gas
saying,
giants, but
Why do you
I
wanna
think
do
that
How would we even be able to fly in them? That'd be crazy.
I mean, who
I'm
knows?
actually
I don't
hoping
think
that
they'll be a
we
thing.
can
I
use
really
them as a
don't.
resource. I'm actually hoping there's a way we can like just siphon some of the gas from them or something if they are.
Yeah,
Siphon somebody's gas
exotic.
tank, dude. Just fly.
No, the gas from the gas giant.
From a gas giant.
Siphon the gas from the gas giant.
Oh, gas giants. Okay,
They
that makes
stole
sense.
all your plutonium. They took it all.
We're not sucking farts out of people here. That's weird.
What are you guys smoking on?
I sucked up all of your milkshake.
Gas giant. I knew I smelled something. No.
Oh my God, guys! I just realized we've been streaming for 3 hours.
Oh boy!
Holy crap! I think it's
Don't
time.
give up, Cobra. You can go for 4.
I think I'm going to be in trouble.
I believe he can too.
You still got 100
Cobra, you need sleep.
people watching. You got fans still.
Dude, I think I'm in
Hey,
trouble. Are you married yet? No, you're not.
I am
sleeping
married.
on the
I am married.
I understand what you're saying, Cobra.
I'm married to No Man's Sky.
Not monogamous.
I also work in the
There's
morning.
definitely a saying for
Hey,
all
you got
married men
1,
to
2,
live
3
by,
life.
and that is happy wife
Got married with
is
No
a
Man's
happy
Sky.
life.
She's awesome.
Cobra,
Alright.
throw up a poll. See how
Is
many
Michael
people
Jackson here?
say
What was
that.
that?
Oh God.
All right.
People say keep the string going in the chat though.
Yeah, just
You almost
just
made me laugh,
walk away,
PBR.
turn off the mic, and just walk away.
Someone just said hashtag Son Murray.
Son Murray.
Sunny D. Murray.
I like that.
Sunny D.
I
Murray.
could be Cobra.
I'm naming my ship Sunny D. I'm just saying. I called it. I'm gonna name my first planet Sunny D. I don't know why it's gonna happen.
Sunny D Hub.
Say hi.
Cobra.
Pleasure to meet you all. I
Yeah.
gotta roll.
Yeah. Okay, buddy. All right, take care, man. Thank you for coming on the show, dude.
I'm surprised we
dude?
saw this many people in here.
Did you guys see Sean Murray finally found the planet his brother said he was adopted from?
Yep.
What?
That was hilarious. That
More-
was
Yeah, I laughed my ass off.
Moron dork or something like that.
Yeah, moron dork.
Yeah.
What the heck are y'all talking about?
in one of the Facebook groups, a guy had I think it was a Corvette that was running his ship. His name was Horus, like the god of Egypt. That was
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right, guys. I think that's going to be a show. I thank you so much for coming out, and it's been an amazing talk, amazing 3 hours. Thank you everybody who came out to the chat. You guys are awesome, and I'm going to check and see who sent in the answer to my private message on Discord for the race competition on the No Man's Sky Con to win the press kit. And we also got official Atlas passes from Hello Games to give away on that day as well. Lots of contests going on.
Let him finish his thing. Let him finish his thing.
For the trifecta myself.
Atlas Test B5.
We've got cosplay contests. We've got music contest, fan art contest, screenshot contest. We've got, I believe, a trailer contest. And then we've also have a build, like a speed build test where 4 people are going to be building bases. And you have to build a base in creative in about 15 to 20 minutes. And the community is going to vote on which base they think is the coolest. And that winner will also win an Atlas Pass as well. I'm going to be dressed up.
Where is Syntax?
I'm going to be dressed up as Sean Murray during that stream, so I can't wait. I've already got my beard. Yep, I got my beard.
Why can't you dress up like me? All you gotta do is wear a collared shirt and you're good to go.
What time is all that going down, Cobra?
I plan on going on live at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, PM.
Noon?
So yeah, noon.
Okay.
Now I know that Mac4 Day has an event scheduled that day as well, so I want to try. I don't want to try and take viewers away from him. So I'm going to keep an eye on how his event's going, and when so I'm trying not to step on his toes. But if he goes all day, I'm going to have to go on at some point in time. But I'm going to try my best not to step on Mac's toes. So
as long as people watch
better,
guy content,
we got a festival that weekend, so I won't get back in town till
people can bounce back
afternoon.
and forth. Cobra, I wouldn't not go on if he's on.
Yeah.
Let him finish his show, guys.
Cobra's gonna be like, I'm gonna let you finish, but my stream's going down now.
Look, I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna let you finish.
You had one of the best streams ever.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna let you finish.
All right, guys.
Don't forget to hit the like button.
And
subscribe,
hit the bell icon, all that good stuff.
Remember that that this is Keep Calm Game On that that's talking Adam. He's got an amazing YouTube channel over there. Does Let's Plays, Closet Plays, all kinds of stuff over there. So go check out Keep Calm Game On. His link is down below somewhere. And also remember, guys, look in the chat, look all around. Remember, we are a constellation. So reach out and subscribe to each other. We all upload. You'd be amazed at what's sitting in that chat room right now. So
yeah, if you guys make content, just post I make videos in the chat.
Right.
Go subscribe right from this place.
Right. There's some people out there that are making amazing content and they only get like 1 or 2 viewers per live stream, and that's got to end, man. We got to support each other. We're all stars, so let's connect those dots to become a constellation, guys.
You can jump over to Discord
together,
too,
my friends.
Yes, also in the Discord. That's a good point. Discord.
That's where we're all talking right now.
Yeah, jump into Discord, talk to everybody there. There's also a self-promotion place in there where everybody posts their videos and live streams, things like that. So, Cobra TV is all about trying to connect the community, not just build one. So let's support each other. What's up, buddy?
Cobra.
You guys stop.
Cobra.
Surely set me up.
Cobra, you know that guy. Did you? You know that guy who traveled through all 255 galaxies and back to Euclid?
Yeah.
Maybe you could interview him something.
I did.
Someday.
I did. Nobody.
You did?
Yeah, there's a YouTuber that talked about him. It's got like 40,000 views on it, but I did an interview with the actual guy, and it's only got like 3,000 views on it. What the heck?
Sorry, Cobra. My bad.
Cobra.
I feel bad.
I watched it.
Hey, Cobra, I have a quick question about your schedule.
Yeah, buddy.
Will you be doing like a subcast or anything the night of Nexus release, just in case it does drop at that time?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be live, dude. We're gonna be live. We're gonna be playing. We're gonna have an in-game party. We're gonna do a rave. I'm gonna get rave music. We're all gonna even if we can't dance in the game, like there's no emotions or whatever or dances like before that, we're gonna make our own.
We could jetpack.
That's
still
right.
dancing the game by jumping up and down in front of each other. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Universal signal for everything. Jump.
You know what? Let's break a record. Let's break a record. All of us need to be in a vehicle, so we're all a different colored orb.
There you go. All right,
everybody
guys.
travel to Cobra's base.
Discovery uploaded.
We got a new subscriber. We got Ty Dyes. Ty Dyes just subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much, buddy.
Hashtag Ty Dyes.
And also thank you for joining the cult of the Atlas.
It's hump day.
And everybody watching, I posted the Discord link, Cobra's Twitter, Cobra's store where you can buy T-shirts. All right in the chat. It's also in the description, so check them out.
Tomorrow, there's going to be 2 new shirts there. There's going to be.
Can I get a coffee mug?
Tomorrow, yes, you can. Tomorrow, there's going to be 2 new shirts. There's going to be a